just a moment of your time. No offense, but I want to get to know the real you, like the real you. No offense, no offense. If you have a moment, I would like to get to know the real you, the real you. No offense, the real you, the real you. No offense. Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Matt Arrington, also known as Mr. No Offense to Some. You are now tuned into the No Offense podcast on the No Offense Network. In case you weren't aware, you can actually catch this interview on our website at No Offense LLC, where you might be watching this. But if you happen to have a Roku television, you can also download the No Offense Network Roku app on here in the background, where you'll see that we are playing live as well. So if you're just looking at it on the screen and you want to sit back and relax, pull it up on your television, man. You know what I'm saying? We're definitely going to have an episode for you guys today. We've got Mr. William Brown in the house, man. The 1804 show, man. We definitely appreciate having brother come on the platform so that you guys can get to know him. If you don't know him, this is gonna be a great treat. You know what I'm saying? So do me a favor, hit the share button to share the link of the page. I don't know if it's gonna allow you to actually share the video without sharing the link on the page, but go ahead, man, and tap somebody and say, hey, man, that crazy guy's on. He got another great guest, and they finna get into it. All right. So you get a couple seconds to do that. I'm gonna bring Mr. Brown on the stage. And we're going to kick this interview off. I definitely appreciate everybody coming in today. All right, let's get it. What's going on, my man? What's going on?
Oh man, nothing, man. Just here, man. I couldn't wait for this, man.
Hey, brother, I'm definitely appreciative of you being on the platform. I'm a great fan. I do know that you yourself also out in Michigan area. I had a privilege of being able to work with a lot of the artists out there, and just having you on the platform, bro. I normally don't get a lot of podcasters themselves or hosts on the shows themselves. So this is a treat to be able to, you know what I'm saying, have you come back from off that side of the desk and sit on the other side of the desk for a moment for us, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no doubt, man. This is a relief, man, because I know what it's like because you absorbing so many energies and stuff like that. So I know exactly what you mean. So this is great to me, bro. Thank you.
Hey man, again, I'm just appreciative, brother. Definitely gonna pick your brain today, get to know a little bit about you. We're gonna ask some of the questions may seem a little redundant if you've done a couple interviews, but I just want to make sure I give everybody an opportunity to get to know as much as they can while we have you on the platform today. And then just for professional courtesy, bro, I'm gonna ask you some things I can learn from you. I understand you've been doing this longer than me. Anything I can might be able to learn, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, it's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? So.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No doubt, man. And I'm always willing to help. And that's the thing, I guess us as people, bro, like we gotta stop trying to gatekeep each other, man. We gotta help each other. I just hate that. Like, cause I had to do pretty much everything by myself, but it just compelled me to like a different level because so many people wanted me to fail. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna show y'all because my work ethic is unmatched around here. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
that's the thing about it, bro. You just hit something hard, bro. Why do they want people to? I don't understand that, man. Like, what's with that energy? Like, you waste personal energy wishing another person would fail. Like, dude, what is that? Like, that's almost like a flaw. Like, right? That's just like a missed equation or something. Like, because you would imagine that all that energy that could be better spent doing something productive, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and and they still stuck in the same on the same level. So it's like while you are waiting on my downfall, you still stuck in your level because you haven't elevated. You still stuck in the same spot. So I win. You know what I'm saying?
It's almost like it's like they're sabotaging themselves,
Yeah.
trying to make sure you know what I'm saying, you don't progress when all they're doing is refusing to elevate. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's wild. You know what I'm saying? But people do go through different stages and different emotions in their life. We hope they overcome it at some point and see the light, bro, and just raise those vibrations because it's crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? The way I look at it is, if I'm doing well, then I'm able to do better or more for everyone. So, like, with that being said, if I'm not able to do well, then I'm kind of hindering those people who are dependent on me around me. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy, bro. I don't understand it. But we're not gonna talk. We're not gonna give them daytime on the platform today. We're gonna give. We focus on you today. You know what I'm saying? We
Oh yeah,
focus on you today.
oh yeah,
Uh,
bet. But I'm gonna keep it a buck, always, bro. I got to. But yeah, man, I'm ready, bro.
let's definitely get it. So were you always out in the Michigan area? Were you born and raised out there, brother? Or where are you from originally, and how did you end up there?
Oh man, yeah, I was born here. I was born in Saginaw, Michigan, January 8th, 1988 at 5:37 a.m.,
Hey,
But yeah, I'm from here, born and raised, and had the chance to live in other places across the country, like New York. I lived in Utica, New York. I lived in St. Louis, Missouri, and I live in Detroit. So I've been a little bit everywhere, a little bit.
man, you definitely frequent those cold areas, bro. I'm from Florida, bro. Everything you just said gave me an ice chill just now. I just what Utica, you know those places that see that snow, man. I'm just trying to see it on TV. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
man, heck shit, bro. Like, so this winter stuff that don't mean nothing to me, because I remember one year in New York when I was there, it was like 12 inches of snow. So
Whoa.
I was like, dang.
Damn, bro. Like I don't even know how that would feel, man. Like I don't not that I'm listen, the way this weather going now, I don't want to talk about it too much. Texas sound like they taking suggestions right now, man. It's been cold out here crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not cold, like y'all go negative. I don't think our thermometers quite work that way down here, but yo, that shit is just wild. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I'd imagine since you spent so much time out there and that kind of air weather, does it just become second nature, man? I mean, is it just always layering and stuff like that, or how do you how do y'all manage, bro? Like, is that just a day to day now, or
I don't know. I guess it's just, survival of the fittest, man. You learn to adapt. So we adapt. Some of us do, because some people just be wearing two hoodies or two jackets. I'm like, man, get you a coat, man. You doing too much.
that's me, bro. Man, I'm telling you, me and cold don't get along, bro. I'm trying to just do enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even let my AC don't get below 70 in the house, bro. Like, I'm just yo, like I can't do it. All right, so Utica, you also in Saginaw. Shout out to Saginaw, man. It's so crazy how much talent y'all have in one. Like, I don't know if I know. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to like. I don't want nobody to take offense to what I'm getting ready to say, right?
Uh huh.
But it's just the amount of talent that y'all have compressed in a small area like that. I'm not sure I know anywhere else in the at least in the United States that has it like that. Like, I mean, keep in mind other cities have a bunch of artists, and I'm not knocking that. What I'm saying is, for the area to be like y'all are oversaturated with artists. This is crazy, man. Y'all got so many people that do music in your area. It's just like a gold mine of music, bro. Like, it's crazy. Like, I don't. And all this time I've been interviewed, I ain't never seen like that much concentration of, you know what I'm saying, of artists in an area. And you being, a historian, you being a podcaster, I'm sure you've worked with a lot of them. We'll get
Mm-hmm.
to that. We'll get to that a little later, as far as the differences and things. 'Cause, I mean, we get to listen. You know what I'm saying? We get to hear the different things they've got going on. But uh, just just it being so concentrated and things like that. Was that? Did you find it easier to get into your show when you started, or how did that how did that play a part into your development?
Oh man, it played a lot because I didn't know I was going to interview people. I really didn't know that the show was going to pop like that, to be honest with you. I thought I was going to have one of those 6 months to a year to blow up or whatever. But luckily, I blew up in the first month and just got a buzz in the street and just it became like a new demand because we didn't really have shows around that time period, like 2021 and stuff like that. So I was just like the one to step on the scene, and everybody was like, okay, well, we see the potential in this and stuff. Because I just did like a couple episodes. People clown me. People criticized me. They was like, man, what the hell you think you're doing? Because I wasn't much of a talker back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like little statuses here and there, but I was never really like a talker. I wasn't really outspoken. So when people were just watching me do like the engagement, they was like, man, we didn't know you talk like that, man. You have a lot to say. You very informative. So, but it just got to that point. Just everybody just reaching out, and it was just a blessing, man. I can't complain. I just enjoy just the success of everything, and because it's a journey, man. I tell everybody that who
Yes,
think that it's just gonna blow up overnight. No.
the dream, right? The dream.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just crazy because I look at it like you have to be a caterpillar before you become the butterfly. You know, that's always, bro, in life, in everything you do.
Those transformations be serious, man. And I always say too, everything in life has that ugly duckling phase, man. Before it becomes a swan, you got to put the work in, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It be tough though. I mean, like, so we as human beings, we like generalize stuff, like, you know what I'm saying? Like in that sentence, like, you know, it has many meanings, but going through that journey though.
Yeah, it ain't for everybody, bro. It's people quit. It's like I read this article, right? It was about Americans who tries to pursue the American dream. They say 3 out of 10 Americans every day quit pursuing their dreams. And I'm like, 3 out of 10. Damn. Like, so you mean to tell me that the other seven had quit when it got too hard and this and that? But to me, I love it because it's a crunch time. You know, it's just really challenge you. Because if you were scared to hit that game winning shot before, then you go keep on wanting to hit it again until you make it. Because it's gonna go in eventually.
Facts, man. And I think a lot of people. It's crazy that you say that because a lot of people take the shot twice and be like, "All right, I can't do it," and you're like, "Yo, this wasn't even meant for you." Like if you thought it was, if they was passing out like that, bro, everybody would do it.
Oh, oh hell yeah, we would have more millionaires, but it just isn't like that in real life, man. Like, because everybody forget that the great Kobe players of all time, man. Like, he was terrible in his rookie season. He was terrible, always airballing and stuff like that. And people don't remember that the Lakers didn't want Kobe at first because he
Yeah.
got drafted to Charlotte, and then they swiped him and traded him to LA. A lot of people was mad about that because they had Eddie Jones, they had Nick Van Exel. Like, we don't need another shooting guard, especially this kid. Like, but they had no idea what that kid was going to become.
He refused to be at the bottom, man. Kobe was gonna make him work, man. Number 8, man. And he gonna make him work now. You know what I'm saying? And then it's crazy because you become known as a legend, like you said, after all the work. It's one of those things like it's definitely not for the instant gratification. Like you're not it's not gonna always be like that. But when we really think about it, nothing in life is everything is about contrast. Like if there weren't bad times, you would have no idea you're experiencing a good time. Like you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So it's kind of like you know it's you got to be doing it for you.
Oh,
That's
no
the best,
doubt.
that's the best way I'm trying to tell people. Like your want to have it has got to be more than your will to, like, like, I don't know. I guess I feel like when some people come in, they quit so early that just almost like you have to ask them, like, what was your expectation, like, coming in? Like, did you have realistic expectations? What they say, when you work a business, you gotta expect not to make a dime for the first 5 years. If you can't realistically fathom that that's a possibility, then you might as well not even do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, find something else to, you know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's not always gonna give like that. Like, it's gonna be days where it's gonna be wonderful, and then it might be a little slow, and then it might, you know what I'm saying? But if you don't adapt and maintain, then how you gonna ever get to the status like you, man? Over 500 episodes, man. My boy is putting it in. I want to say it's over 600, but I want to be accurate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Uh,
621.
wow. Wow, bro, the hours, man, the hours, bro. I'm telling you, man, that's when you first started. Did you imagine, you would be 602, 600? What'd you say, 620,
21,
six hundred
621.
twenty-one episodes in, my boy? Like, did you?
Man,
Has it been
no.
a try? Has it been a ride?
Oh yeah, yeah. Because a lot of people, I don't think is familiar with this, but I had like the first show, the first version of the show, and someone hacked my first Facebook page. So I was
Wow.
already like at 300 episodes with that one, and I had to start over. So
Oh,
because my reputation got so messed up because this person was using my face, using my name, and getting money out of people. So it was like a huge backlash from that. You know, my reputation got shot a little bit. But one thing about me is that I'm going to work through it all, you know, because it's like when you have a gift, your gift will bring you out of anything. You got to trust in your gift. You know, if you know who you are and your gift is from God and you're using it for God, then God is going to deliver you from anything.
wow. So,
But
gift will make
but
room.
yeah, so I had to, you know, rebrand myself, relaunch my business, and I just was like, okay, well, I'm going to show y'all that y'all ain't stop nothing over here. Cause that's just how determined I was, and I did great this time around than I did the last time around. I wish there was some interviews that I could have kept, but we working that out. You know, we finna get those people back, but it's just the catalog just had enriched from all of that. So it just been like a great feeling that I didn't give up on myself when others gave up on me.
Facts, bro, and man, I definitely want to say congratulations again, bro. 621 episodes, man. There's nothing to bat your eye at. For one, shout out to your consistency, shout out to your
Yeah.
determination. Definitely seeing a vision and making sure that you see it through. Because I always tell people the thing about a vision is you're the only one that saw it. Like, everybody else, you try to describe what it is that you see and hoping they get the picture, but you're the only one who saw it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like just having the faith, bro, and the hard work and not being deterred. Um, when you felt, when you went up against my position, as far as, because some people, bro, that's some people will willingly, like, they'll feel like they lost it all, bro, and just be like, I don't want to do that no more. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that you knew that this was your lane, bro. You know what I'm saying? This was your lane, and not hesitating to say, okay, I just got to get back on and pushing through. I commend you. I gotta ask, because you don't just interview music artists. I mean, you've had actors, such. You had many different people of interest on your show.
Hmm.
What's been your experience with, uh, the reach for one? Like, hey, I see this person. I'm hoping I can get them on the show. Then the actual, like, talking to them and them agreeing to be on the show. How is that? How is that? You know, how's that feeling, bro? You know what I'm saying? From when you first started to now that you're more seasoned and you're doing this consistently, what's the difference in the range of emotions?
Oh, just remembering that everything happens with God. It's not me. And I tell everyone that I can't persuade people to come on my platform. It just depends on that person. If they remember when they was first coming up or when they was amateur, how they wanted somebody to give them a chance, and just by their humbleness, they will, come on my show because I'm really unknown. Like, even though like my accolades is outstanding, I'm still in a small bracket. and stuff. And it's many other podcasters that's doing better than me, but it's just fortunate that I have given some nice exclusives compared to others, you know. And I always would cherish everybody from Wavy Jones, who played Biggie Smalls off the show Unsolved on USA, the guy who played Scorpion in the first Mortal Kombat movie, Urban Mystic,
Urban Mystic, man. Hey, where were you?
all of them. Yeah, all of them, man.
Man,
And I got more coming, man. But I just more knowing my power and knowing my professionalism, because I'm very professional. And the first thing they say, like, because I give them my YouTube channel and I tell them, if you familiar with what I do, just click on my YouTube channel and see some examples and stuff. And the
yeah,
first thing that they really be impressed is that I'm organized. So they like, wow, you very organized.
yes, sir.
so they're like, yeah, I sit with you.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir. Getting afloat, man. And shout out to that because listen, man, I will definitely say I'm in a phase where, and I don't know if a lot of people, I don't know if a lot of people realize, like when you first come in this game, you don't necessarily have it all figured out because you haven't experienced certain things. So it's like you don't even know to be prepared for something particularly just yet because you haven't necessarily reached it unless you have a mentor or somebody who's done it previously. And when you said that organization thing, I know exactly what you mean, bro. I have videos on videos on videos. I'm not proud of it, but I have videos on videos on videos, and I'm like, I've got to find a way to sort this that makes sense
yeah.
for a person to come in here and find what it is that they're looking for through the archive. So definitely shout out to. I know exactly what you mean when I go to your YouTube channel. It was clean, brother. You definitely got it organized. Everything is, you've got it in chronological order. Like, bro, it's nice. It's actually a nice library of content. Um, and like you said, just working with those artists, those amazing people, such as the actor who played in the Biggie Smalls. And dude, you said Urban Mystic, man. Listen, I grew up on music like that. I was born in '90. You know what I'm saying? so,
Yeah.
so yeah, bro. You got some heavy hitters, man. That like Urban tore up the scene. Where were you, man? I still remember my parents playing that shit on repeat. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's amazing that you're finding people of substance as well to talk with, because that's another thing too. When you open up your platform, you always end up getting some people that just like want to just come on and just sit on the show, and you're like, we got to be able to talk about something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean?
Oh,
we got to be
no
able.
doubt.
How do you deal with that without, you know what I'm saying, while keeping the show going, because sometimes you gotta prompt them to speak. So what's been your experience with this, and man, how have you become so seasoned and cultured as you have to this point?
Well, just having the patience and just understanding that we all have a story. So I always try to humanize my guests, because I realize that, you know, if you're dealing with an artist or you're dealing with a regular person, you have to engage in a way that you will take them back to who they are. Let's say, like, if you're dealing with a rapper by young guns or young this and that, but you know that young guns or that rapper has a name. So I want to talk to Michael. I don't want to talk to young guns. So when you stick to that method, things will be a lot easier, because then they will be able to knock that wall down or take that mask off. Because I don't know, I guess that it's a gift, because I know when I talk to many rappers, it was like they were so comfortable to the point that they didn't have to keep that facade. Like, they was able to come down and meet me halfway. So it's just a great thing, man.
Awesome, awesome, brother, and I definitely appreciate your time again. Let me ask, like you said before, when you first started, a lot of people were surprised because uh, they don't picture you being like an outspoken individual. Like, you definitely are uh, you pick your words. You know what I'm saying? Like you make sure that you say what you mean, and you don't seem to um, fill. If that makes sense, you don't put filler words in it. You just it's a direct, clear, concise communication. How is this who you are? You know what I'm saying? Outside the camera, is that why they are surprised that you have such, you're so outspoken on the show? Is that what's going on, or they just didn't know who you were as a person as opposed to when they get to see you in your element?
I think it was a little of both because I'm very quiet. Because a wise man once told me to sit back and observe. So I always was an observer. I always could read people and stuff like that. So I never really tell everyone what I was thinking because you become very powerful when you choose to be quiet sometimes. But now it's just like I'm have the ability to make people listen to me and actually take me serious, which is one of the hardest things ever. It's just to have people who take you seriously, because I'm very silly. I can be very goofy, but I believe it's the time and place for everything. So when I do my show, I'm strictly business, man. But I'm also funny. I'm charismatic and this and that. But I'm human, and I want everybody to know that I'm not a gimmick. I'm not an actor. I'm damn sure not a false idol, but if anything, I just want people to know who William is and who know that it took a lot of pain to be this peaceful. So,
I understand, brother. When you say that, man, I think I understand what you mean. A lot of times, people don't recognize the restraint that a person is is having, or they don't realize that the person they are today is because of the person they had to become based on other previous situations, brother. Is there anything that you might be will, or let me put it this way, because I understand it. It's certain things are personal. If you like to talk about them, you can. If not, there's no problem.
oh, I'm an open
However,
book, bro. You good? I'm an open book.
okay, cool. So, what would you say is the most impactful situation in your life that made you decide like this is your path? You understand what I'm saying? Because I know there's always something that happens in your life that makes you choose to put away old behaviors for the person that you're becoming.
Well, I would say that it just started with losing my older brother. That's what all this has started, because it just allowed me to see that everyone wasn't my friend. So I was losing many friends. I had a couple die. I had a few that betrayed me, and it was just like during that time, it was just really dark because I thought I knew what depression was. I thought I knew what hard times was, but I had no idea. I was totally oblivious to what was happening around me because I try to explain to people that when you have a big family and you lose a sibling, it's going to affect you, but it's not going to affect you as much when you have a smaller family because it was only three of us out of mother's children. So it was only three of us. So that left a huge impact on me because I became the only man left. So it was just one of those things that made me step out my comfortability. And I wasn't ready for that. And I was just always told that it was just going to be us three and stuff. And I thought that, and it just took me by surprise being 27 that I had to make the decisions and I had to be a part of the the good, the bad, and the ugly when I don't even have kids yet. So it was just like, dang, I gotta lead the pack in a way, and just being like the black sheep of the family. Now that I'm embracing it, because people make it seem like that's a stigma, but it's a blessing. It's a gift, man, to be the black sheep. And I tell everyone that because it's like you are pushed to the test and you are anointed when you're the black sheep. So, but yeah, just going through like being portrayed and having people kick you when you're down. I was just like, dang, like why is all of this happening to me? Because it was just like a back to just that type of scenario. So I knew that I was destined for something more, and I knew that it had to be something big
Yeah.
for me to endure all this, and it just allowed me to have compassion and just treat every guest or just treat people right, man, and with delicacy, man, because this world, man, this world will make you cold if you allow it to make you cold.
Yes, sir, man. That's definitely deep, brother. Were you always were you always strong in faith? Because I do realize um, it's easy to have faith when times are good. I tell people all the time, faith is not when things are going great. It's easy to do that.
Hmm.
Faith is when they're going horribly wrong and you can't see a way out and still believing that you're on the right path and that God has a plan. And I know at times we get at times it's real easy to be skeptical for those who can't see. You know what I'm saying? Like it's real easy to just you know what I'm saying? It's real easy to just want to abandon those ways. Were you always a person with such strong faith, or do you believe it was definitely was assured as you were going through this period in your life?
Oh man, to be honest with you, I wasn't, man. I was like Uncle Lou off Raising Cane. Just I was an alcoholic. I picked up drinking because everybody that said that they would be there for me if when I needed something, they all sent me the voicemail. They all left me. They all was like, "Well, I got my own problems and this and that." So I was an alcoholic. I was just doing the wrong things and having the wrong people around me, man. And I lost faith in God because it was just like, dang, God, like I'm a taxpayer. I'm not selling drugs. I'm not shooting nobody. I'm not trying to backdoor nobody. Why I gotta go through this and that? So yeah, I lost faith for a minute, but then it just took the right people, and we look for confirmation, and the people who haven't gave us confirm it yet, and and I tell everybody like be careful with that mistake. Just because they in your circle doesn't mean they in your corner. So you have to have the right people in your corner, man. But I
Man,
got big faith now.
man, you said a mouthful there, brother. Just because they on your just because they in your circle don't mean they on your team, bro. You're on your corner. That discernment, brother. Like what's some of the things that really help to tune that gauge? You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, when people we as people hope and want people to have pure intentions when they're around us, and when they appear this way, we hope that it gives a productive relationship where everybody's happy. But it seems like at some point, for some reason, with certain people, they just can't just do the right damn thing. Like you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
it's just how are you able to tune that meter for discernment to be able to tell like this person is in fact on my team versus this person wants to benefit from being around me some kind of way, or this person really, unfortunately, there are people in this world that just really want to be close to you to make sure you don't succeed. I know that sounds crazy, but it seems to be, a thing. How are you able to, tune that meter to gauge like where to categorize people and how to treat them?
Ooh, yeah, that's a good question.
I got
No,
one A.
but
If I got the master to say one A, I'm good. I got faith. I got it. We good. We good.
I would say just you gotta give everyone a chance, cause time will reveal it all, man. Cause if a person come into your life, cause I had a lot of people that I didn't know, just came to my life because they wanted to have a relationship with me because I inspired them or motivated them. And I also had certain people that came into my life so they can take my ideas as well. So you have to really be careful with who you associate with. But I give everyone a chance. Like you always gonna reveal who you are later on. So I just sit back and watch because I don't go by words. I go by actions, man. And I don't condemn people who does that because I realized everyone wasn't raised like me. Because at the end of the day, it is a competition, regardless of what people say. Because ain't no friends in this field. There's no friends when you trying to get to the bag. And I tell everybody that like you can't expect a person who's to be loyal to you while y'all chasing the bag. It ain't gonna work like that because that person 9 times out of 10 isn't going to tell the world that you helped them get to where they at or thank you at an award ceremony, or you just have to realize where you stand in that person's life.
That's man, I'm telling you, you don't miss. You don't miss, bro. Like that was A1, bro. And I felt every word, brother. Um I'm curious. Do you feel that those people, um, because God, I like to think it's God, in life, and I realize that people learn their lessons at different points in their life. Do
Hmm.
you ever run across where someone tried to necessarily like disregard you or just just get over on you, and then later in life, as you're progressing, you see certain things happen, and you're like, that's karma. Like, I'm not trying. It's not that you're happy for it, but I mean, it's obviously karma. You're like, yo, they was doing that back when I met them. You know what I'm saying? And it looks like they're still doing it, and things are still not going, you know, the right way. And you find yourself in a position where you're kind of like, I don't want to say a gatekeeper, but it's like where
Hmm.
they have to cross your path again now, and it's based on now y'all have this hit, y'all have this other history, right? Like you had this one good history, but now here we are, and we both know what occurred before. Um, is that the test? Is that like what are you doing? Is that the test? Or is that you know do you treat them accordingly? Do you treat them as they should be treated, or what's your outlook on that?
Yeah, I mean, a whole bunch of people came back and had to humble themselves and apologize to me. And like, I don't wish bad on nobody. I don't even wish death on nobody. If anything, I do believe that everybody isn't for you, and people just going to find what's familiar to them. Because sometimes you can just be too real for an individual who hasn't experienced any type of like an authentic friendship or relationship. So, but I ain't gonna lie, it feels good when they have to come back and admit that they was wrong
Yeah,
because they avoid you. Because it's a lot of times it's like people would just create this victimhood into them, like you did something to them that was so bad that they had to leave you alone. Like no, like take accountability. Like it takes two for conflict, and you have to do some foul stuff for me to not deal with you again or to be disgusted about you. And I just wish that us as adults, because we are adults and nobody kids anymore, but it's a lot of adults who aren't adults. They just got older, and we have to stop playing victim, man, and just apologize because I have to apologize even when I'm wrong. I'm not always right, and I can admit that, and and just we need to stop trying to manipulate people. Like, be honest, tell your side of the story, but tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? We all have capabilities to be honest, and I'm a very honest person because even with the show, I've been real about everything. And I don't want people to think I'm a goody two shoes, that I'm sanctified or anything or angelic. If anything, I'm a human being, and a human being that takes full responsibility for their actions and for their life. I don't blame anybody for the position that I'm in right now. If anything, I'm doing my best every day to liberate myself from my circumstances. So I take ownership, and people should too.
Man, I'm just master class, brother. I'm telling you, because I mean, I'm telling you, bro. It's what we're getting here is truth, and I'm gonna be honest with you. It's I feel like we're in the age of attention. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that makes sense, it's like we don't authentic is rare. Like, real is really rare. Like, especially when the camera's on, brother. I don't know. It's, we grew up around the same time, and I gotta
Hmm.
say the invention of the internet was great, but the invention of clout necessarily wasn't great. If that makes sense. Like, I don't, because we're at a point now where we're seeing, like, the internet is an information highway. You can find it. You can find knowledge, like, opens doors. You can find all kinds of knowledge if you go looking for it. But most people would rather seem to be attracted to drama, and it's the same free to surf the internet as it is to learn, as it is to dramatize everything. And now that we're in this age of wokeness, what can we talk for a minute on that? What the hell is, like? So I'm a comedic fan. Like, I love comedy, right? I
Uh-huh.
used to watch the greats. I'm talking about Richard Pryor, Bernie Mac. Damn, I can't. If I wasn't trying to think of his name, oh, George Carlin. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
so I admire, one thing I admired about comedy was the fact that a comedian was the most free person in the world to say anything and everything on stage, because that was in the name of comedy. Yes, it would offend you. It comes with the game. The whole show wasn't about you, but they wanted to make sure they touched on something with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody. It was about inclusivity. Like, everybody was included. We all loved this guy on stage, but hate him at some point. He got a little close sometimes, but then other times it was, you know what I'm saying? It was just comedy. But now it's like, we can't. You have to damn near, like, pre-process everything you say, but not because of what you want to say, but because you hope the next person doesn't necessarily get offended or choose to take offense to what it is that you're saying. You know what I'm saying? I remember we used to grow up with sticks and stones don't break my bones. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Now they want to, like, you catch a assault charge. They say something crazy to somebody. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's
No
like,
doubt.
what are we doing, man? Are we going forward or are we going backwards, brother? It's hard to tell where we at.
Yeah, I think that we're going forward, but also we are going into a pit, because when you take a person's freedom of speech, then it's like you're in captivity. You're a slave. When people can control content and control uh, just your freedom of speech, because they stop you from being monetized from certain content, and then not only that, like they will use your own people, because
Yeah.
I can't express, man, because when I started to do like the real history, not that watered down stuff that was in
No
our
Christopher
history
Columbus,
books.
huh? No Christopher Columbus. We ain't going there.
That's crazy, because that wasn't even his real name, but we gonna get
Right?
into that later. But it's just crazy, yo. Like when I started to speak the real stuff, because I've always been fascinated with history, because my cousin John, he was like kids, and he was one of those kids that went into the library and actually read books in the library.
Sir. Yes,
And
sir.
then
Got a library card.
yeah, so he was like the only child at the time, like in his household. So he pretty much was spoiled. That cousin that always had the newest video games and stuff like that. So I would just go over the house to play the game. So I would just watch him read these books. So eventually I was just like on a Nintendo 64, just playing wrestling or whatever. Then I would just like turn around like, hey man, what you reading? And he was like, oh, I'm reading about the Civil War. And we like 12, 13 years old at the time. So then I started to adapt to that, and and just was like, man, like they don't teach us this at my middle school about the Black Panther Party or the Civil Rights Movement and Medgar Evers and John F. Kennedy and all that. They don't teach us. They ain't teach us none of that. So I really just wanted to just get more into it. But when I started to teach this history, man, it been more black people being offended than the other people, the counterparts. And I'm like,
My people
dang,
perish from lack of knowledge, bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
And and ignorance is bliss, ignorance is bliss because when you've been told something your whole life, you're gonna believe it instead of taking the time out your day, because we all have the same 24 hours. Just take 15 minutes out your day and research. Do your own independent research. Don't just take other people's word for it. But I learned a lot, just from my own research and about my family history and stuff. All of us weren't slaves, and
To say
we
this last
need to,
thing.
and we need to keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Because I always tell people about that Roots miniseries that
Yeah.
it's a little sketchy. Because if that was the truth, man, why would they premiere that on a major network?
You talk
NBC?
you talk about Alex Haley's roots?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, with
If
Chicken
that,
George and all that. They cooled us out, didn't they?
yeah, that's not even what happened. That's not the truth.
Man, we the
But
original people of this land, man. Hey, but
yes,
hey, we might get them ears on here, man. But yeah, I got you.
yes, it was all a lie. And I tell everybody like, do your own research, man. And I'm not saying that you know discredit people family who did come off a boat, but we
Yeah,
was already here.
yeah.
We was already here chilling,
I
and
just, I just got the quick question, if you know, but like, so, and I just want to put this out there for those who might be watching it. You mean to tell me that they brought the whole black this right? They brought the
uh-huh.
whole black race on three ships or many ships on ships. We can't even get the Titanic to go across the in current day, but back then they had ships that was big enough and they knew exactly where they were going to take the whole race of people. We got to stop the cap. Like, hey, come on, just think while it's still legal to do so. You know what I'm saying? Like that don't
Hmm.
come on. That don't even matter up now. Y'all forget we Carnival Cruise Line where COVID went off. Like,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, and that was COVID on a boat. Back then, they didn't have no health care like we did now. Right? They were still hit and miss, right? People still dying from things like smallpox and shit, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, so
Yeah.
it's, you mean to tell me that they got the whole black race on a couple? I'm not doing this. Not today. What were you saying, my man? I'm saying.
No, but shoot, and I tell everybody, if you go on a remote island, those forbidden islands,
Hmm.
those are black people. Those are us.
Yep.
But that's they just in their native land.
Yep.
So I just tell everybody like, just because a person is melanated doesn't mean they all came from Africa. Because what's Africa? We're a bigger continent than Africa. It was the colonizers that you know separated North and South America. But America is the biggest landmass because if you look at the map, the world map, and stuff, it's all connected.
Fact.
America, the continent, America is all connected. So I just be trying to get my people and our people, you know what I'm saying, of course, to um to stop going over there because they don't want us over there because they know that we're not their people. They know that we're not the same people.
Facts. Facts. They
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 know
know
that.
this. Like,
Yeah. Because I dated a Nigerian girl, right?
yeah.
So she told me because I met her family and stuff. They was like, we ain't never heard of nobody coming over here and grabbing people.
Right.
So they just need to, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us is waking up. A lot of us ain't that naive, but some of us are. But I have a responsibility to teach our people, man, because a lot of people went to their graves without knowing the truth. So I want to just make sure that when you go to your grave, you will know exactly who you are. I don't want to know what tribe because that's your responsibility to find out the tribe you come from. But I know my tribe. I'm half Chickasaw, Choctaw. So, so I did that with my cousin when we did our own research. But I just want people to just dig into their family history because they kept the records.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They wrote everything down. They didn't store it in their archives on the internet with a laptop or their phone, but they wrote everything down. So you have to be able to differentiate fact from fiction. So
Well, and that's also too where the family relationships, which strategically have been, over time, basically eradicated. But that's
yeah.
why it's so important to be close with family, because I'm not trying to be funny, but you can kind of just ask your relatives about their upbringing and who the people they knew. You got live history. Well, back in the day, we used to actually have grandma and grandpa in the house with mom and dad with the kids, and you would be
Hmm.
able to talk and see them, and they would pass down and tell you stories and things like that. But over time, they've kind of made it easy to get the black man out the house. So and there, but we not. It's this is not. And when I say this, I'm not saying this like anybody in particular. These are like I feel like you were saying about earlier about the free speech. It's
Hmm.
like people put these stigmas on certain topics, like so where they can't be discussed. Just because they're being discussed don't mean that there's blame or hate being put. And just because we don't discuss them don't mean that they didn't happen. Like I don't know what the hell is going on with that. Like it's like we just not gonna mention this stuff and just like rush it. No, people are their live history. Like you know what I'm saying? There's real deep entrenched trauma and passing of gifts through your bloodline. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
knowing who you are will help you to know your path and your purpose and pave your way. So it's important. Most people are not able to move forward because they don't know what their foundation is. Like it's hard to build if you don't know what the foundation is. Like how are you gonna put your, what I'm saying? Where are you gonna put your tools and your materials if you don't know where the foundation is? You spend your whole life trying to figure out who you are, and then most of the time they'll tell you who you are if you're willing to listen. But it ain't. It's it's not for you to be told. You're supposed to find out who you are, discover who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And like you said, this is lost a lot of our people. Most people care about the Dolph and Gotti beef.
Oh man, which is totally this huge distraction, and to me, that shouldn't never happen in the first place.
No,
And and it's just like when you get older, right? You really begin to reflect on things that you did, the stupid bullshit that you did. You really realize, like, damn, like, why did I do that shit, or why did I react that way when I'm smarter than that? So that's when wisdom comes into play, is when you try to just elevate, man, and you don't bring yourself down to that particular level. But I just think that if we took the time to know who we are, there would be no street nigga, there would be no stripper, there would be no bad bitch, there would be no, the things and the pitfalls
yes,
that
sir.
a lot of our people go to because they are romanticized and glorified in our communities. Because you don't see people from the suburbs, like, yeah, they want to dress like us, they want to be like us, they listen to our music and this and that, but they are still white.
That's a vacation for them. They put that shit on and take that shit off. That ain't who they are.
Oh, oh, no doubt, because it's
That ain't.
crazy. It's crazy. Like when even when you think about it, bro. Like
Yeah,
compare a black high school senior to a white high school senior, because a white high school senior credit score gonna be like 850, but
facts.
a black high school senior credit probably like at 305 or something, or 350, because they mama used their credit when they was a kid and destroyed it. But I'm saying that we have to start teaching our kids and establishing credit to our kids, and just having some money saved up and this and that, because I don't believe in having kids and while you're struggling, because I'm struggling. It's hard to take care of my damn self, bro. I ain't gonna fucking lie. But to keep it a buck, I'm waiting on starting a family because I don't want my kids to know the hood, but we are going to go back and give back to the community and stuff like that eventually. But I don't want them to become entitled because entitlement is dangerous, especially when a person have no idea what you've been through or your upbringing. So we have to make sure that we teach our kids the value of a dollar. Education is and knowledge is power, and being humbled, being evolved, and stuff like that. Because we are the makers and the breakers of our children. So, and that's what I wanted to do. Because I didn't have that growing up, man. Because my father was out of my life for 25 years. So when I talk about my dad, I talk about my stepfather who raised me when I was from a baby all the way to when my when him and my mother broke up and he passed away 3 years later. So it just was really hard. Oh, thank you, thank you. But it was just like really hard because I was still missing something. Because we all want to find out who our father is or where we come from and this and that. We all want that closure, regardless of you have it at home. And that's why I pretty much don't want to be a stepfather because it was kind of like when they broke up, he broke up with me too.
Yeah.
And that right there, when you see a man every day, water you and feed you and clothe you and all types of stuff, and then tell you, don't call my house again, don't ever call here no more. Like
Oh,
you
man.
will feel so you will feel so betrayed and want to hurt everybody.
Yeah.
But I just had learned like it was just a business.
Mm.
Even though I took it personally, but to him it was a exchange. So, and I just learned not to get attached to people, and I realized that everyone's temporary. It may be a 5 year temporary, 10 year temporary, but nothing lasts forever, man. And once you learn that, you will learn how to deal with disappointment a whole lot better. Nothing's guaranteed, man.
That's damn, bro. That man. Um,
I
damn,
ain't
bro.
never told
Like,
nobody that.
no, bro. Listen, I'm telling, man. Listen, the conversation we having, bro. Well, for one, thank you for bearing your soul to me, bro. Because like you said, just having just answering that, like you asked, bro. I'm sorry that you felt that, like just going through that. And but you said something real important there too. That a lot of people don't realize is like you said, it was a business contractual arrangement. I know you don't mean that like he looked at y'all as a business or your mom the business, but reality
Yeah,
situation is once that contract, the contractual agreement is over, they decide they're not going to be together. You know, there are what they call it, casualties, bro. On these,
yeah,
like you know what I'm saying, like it's and especially with them being together for 25 years, man. I mean, that's dad. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that's
yeah.
that's that's dad. That's I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's the person who raised you. So I'm sorry that that you had to experience that. I am glad that he was able to provide what he was able to provide for you. Sorry about that. Give me 1 second here. I don't even know where that came here. Yeah, I'm sorry that he was able to provide that for you like that. You got my nose running.
man, man,
got my
I didn't mean to struck a
got the
nerve, bro.
got the damn nerves going on me. But no, brother, it's authentic though. You can feel that, man. And I just um I really appreciate your uh planned execution of not having a family until you're ready. I actually I talk about things we never said before on here.
Uh
I
huh.
actually have an 8 year daughter, a year old daughter.
Uh huh.
And I don't really talk about it much. I maybe talked about it 3 times in the 4 years of this podcast's existence,
Yeah.
because of the relationship. You know what I'm saying, between me, her, and her mom.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to announce. Um, that next, actually on the second, which is in a week or two, my
Hmm.
first child support check will be coming out of my check, so I can help take care of her financially.
Yeah.
But not only that, me and her mom were never married, so I don't know if you guys know about unwed fathers' rights,
Hmm.
which were damn near non-existent, which was damn near non-existent up until about a year ago in Florida, and due to this law and decisions made by my daughter's mother, she's actually where before where she was controlling me being able to see my daughter by her putting me on child support, she's actually now enabled me to have 50% rights to my daughter, which is we're working on visitation right now. She already got served as of this last week. So it's like, yeah, it's yeah. Don't go like I'm telling you, bro. Like that right there. If I had the mindset that you had, you know what I'm saying, and had the vision like you had, um, of course, I never regret my daughter or anything like that. But I'm saying if you can, you know, keep that in mind. To those who might be watching, younger males, it's a different game when kids get involved. Boy, I'm telling
Yeah.
you, it's different. Um, it's those casualties, right? Those casualties, bro. They don't have anything. It's not their fault, bro. It's not their fault at all. And it's not fair that they catch the strays. You know what I'm saying? Based on two people not being able to cohabitate together, or you know what I'm saying, be able to find some kind of understanding, so just the fact that you have that in mind and you act on that purpose, that this is not something I'm actively avoiding the situation so that I don't find myself in situations like this, bro. Hats off to you, bro, because I mean it saves so much stress, so much heartache, so much pain, so much, like there's so much time, bro, time that you can't be given back. You know what I'm saying? Time that can't be um, restored, or you can't replace that, or give that to the child, or whoever may be suffering in a relationship. You can't. All you can do at that point is try to provide a positive experience going forward, but it's never going. You can't, like we said before, just because we don't talk about it, don't mean it didn't exist. You know what I'm saying? And it's rough. But earlier when we were talking about when I asked you about the situations, about what made you determine what path in life you were going to take. For me, that was my baby being born and then taken away from me. I would not be who I am today had that not occurred to me.
Hmm.
Um, so I'm not happy it happened at all. It's been the worst thing I've ever spent. It's been the worst thing in my life. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I've been working on this situation for 8 years. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't be prior to going through that. I was an asshole, bro. Like, y'all like right now, people might look at my show and say, "Hey, man, he an asshole." The No Offense podcast, he say crazy stuff, blah, blah, blah. But I'm chill, like from who I used to be. Y'all don't understand. Like, I used to really be a piece of work, and I'm not happy about that. Like, now, I'm glad that I'm able to see the growth in myself. You know what I'm saying? From here and there, from
Oh
there,
no.
and
Oh man, you're right. Oh, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I just wanted to like touch on what you just said.
yeah.
It's gonna be, it may be people who may think that you're an asshole. So I don't know if you had like noticed anything from like on your news feed or whatever,
I've been seeing you
but
post.
okay,
I've been
so
seeing you, dog. I've been seeing you talk your shit, bro. Do your thing.
yeah, so yeah, it's like I have a very dysfunctional family, right?
uh,
And I really been trying not to put my business on the internet. But when you getting like slandered and when you being attacked by total strangers that never even met you or even sat with you or even picked your brain like you're doing now,
uh,
that's a that's a, a gateway to defend yourself, man. Because I'm a brand. So when you even hear Will or you hear William, I'm supposed to respond right away. And it just really hurt that It be your own people, it be your own family, man, who will have this secret hate for you. You know what I'm saying? And you did all you could. And I realized just with the success, it's gonna cost you something.
Yeah,
And it cost me relationships that I really loved and endeared, man. And I just realized that, you can't take everybody with you, everybody can't go. You can't include everybody because sometimes that blessing was just for you. And I know exactly how you feel because when it comes to growth, you're gonna have to sacrifice something. You have to give something up. And certain relationships and certain friendships gonna have to fall off the bone. You know what I'm saying?
man.
And and I just gave so many people chances and chances because I'm genuine. And family, when it comes to family, I know that people say, "Oh, you're supposed to give them 100 or 1,000 chances and stuff because they're family." But it comes a time where you be like, you know what you're doing, but you
Facts.
don't care.
Facts.
And we all grown. And again, um, just because you love somebody doesn't mean you have to stop loving yourself. Because you always got to love yourself first before you can love anybody. So if they don't love you, they damn sure don't love themselves. So you have to realize, like, okay, because you ever sit back and realize, when you let somebody go, right, that's when everything started to
Getting
happen like
better.
great, getting better. So,
They were holding up the blessing, man, and you don't realize it until they get out the way. And you be like, "Dang, I really wanted them to experience these good times with me, but they ain't had a plane ticket, bro. They can't take off with you. This is not their flight, bro."
yeah. And it's crazy because I was watching the MC Hammer story, right, yesterday. Nobody ever talks about how many people he put on, how many people he was trying to help. He brought people from his childhood with him on tour, and a lot of them was still doing street stuff, was getting high, getting drunk, not showing up to rehearsals and all that. And he was paying everybody out of his pocket. And when
Bro,
he went bankrupt, they left him.
it's hard. It's disheartening, right? Because he was willing to rock with them, and they used him till they, shout out to Bill Withers, RP. They used him till they used him
Yeah,
up, and then it was it, bro. It was and I feel like most people would say he was foolish, but I honestly want to say, as tragic as his story was, he was the most authentic, and those other people, I really don't feel like they're gonna meet the level of happiness that this man might have had at one point because he was just trying to do the right thing, but not the right thing, but he was trying to make sure those around him were straight. But I've realized too that it's hard to help another drowning person swim when you drowning. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It's hard. Like, I mean, we want to. I feel like, um, especially when you have to come from nothing. Like with us when we building a platform. We go from one day we're not doing this to the next day we're committed to this is what we're doing. And at first you meet the skeptics who think you just gonna quit in a week and a half. They surprised that you're doing it in 6 months. After a year, they start doing a little hating. They start saying, "You still got that little podcast?"
oh yeah, of
You, you
course.
know,
I
you know what
heard
I'm
that
saying?
so many times. Yeah,
It's and then you start to realize that as you're doing more, because at first I don't know about you, but me, I get excited when we reach certain heights. Like when I had certain people like, oh, this is the 100th person, or hey yo, this is my longest interview, or this is one of the best interviews that I've done. Like, and I'm shout out to this man. Like, I'm just being honest. This I thank God for interviews like this one, bro, because I've had. And he know what I'm talking about. I've had a person go through a drive through while we were doing the interview. I'm gonna forever bring that up because I love my people, but that shit right there, I felt like I can't coach you on the level of professionalism that just lacked. You know what I'm saying? But you know, um,
Yeah.
Like he went through a drive-through on the show. I'm not bullshit. But it's just, bro. We want to take these people with us, like because we want to celebrate with them because they are people that important. But like you said, growth requires, like they say, separation requires, like elevation requires separation. Sometimes some of the people just
Yep.
they not meant to go for it. Sometimes you be thinking they for you and they ain't even for you. Like you said earlier, family be the ones that do it. But I had to realize over time, blood don't make you family. Loyalty makes you family. Blood make you related. I got a lot of
Yeah.
related people to me. I got a
Yeah.
lot of related people to me. I'm dead at. And listen, if they see this and they feel some kind of way, I'm talking about you. Do something about it. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of people who are related to me, but I have family that, you know what I'm saying, now that some of them ain't even relate. We don't even share blood. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you got two families. You got the one you're born into and the one that you leave with.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You don't got no say so on the first, but you got everything to say so about the second. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And I never feel good cutting a person off. But as you go, I know this ain't right to say, but we try to keep it. We try to keep it all the way authentic on the No Offense podcast. I know it's not good to cut people off. I know it's not a great thing to cut people off. But the more you do it, the easier it becomes. So I'm telling you, don't say, don't. As people progress, don't feel like you gonna put that BS in their life and they just gonna stand for it. The more people have to lose, the less they have to tolerate. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
no doubt. No doubt, man. And let me say this. You ever sit back and wonder why people believe smear campaigns and this and that? And like they so quick to jump on the negativity so quickly, but the positivity, everybody quiet, everybody not responding, everybody don't keep that same energy.
They
Cause
hate you.
yeah, and I'm was accepting of that because it's like this. I've been the underdog. I've been the black sheep. I have been so many things, but one thing that everybody can call me is a snake
Yeah.
because I ain't never snaked anybody. Because, like I said, I have done enough for certain people, especially when they was older than me and supposed to be guiding me or just showing me the way. But I was just over here. I'm gonna use my brother for example. My brother felt like I had the better childhood than him because my mama had him at well, our mama had him at 14 and
Mhm.
she had me at 29. So she was
Okay.
more established than when well before I was born, and he kind of felt like that he was cheated out of the childhood that I had.
Right.
And he was really resentful for that. God bless his soul, but he was a jealous individual,
Yeah.
and I can say that because that's my brother. So
I'm just calling the spade a spade. I mean, I love him. No love lost.
yeah, I
Yeah.
will always love him dearly. But just because someone passed doesn't mean you have to lie about him. Like I just really hate that. I don't know. It's just a black community thing. Like we put angel wings on everybody, and this person that got angel wings probably a serial killer. We're like we won't know.
Menace to
But
society.
yeah, yeah, menace to society. Like we put angel wings on everybody. We try to paint them in a good light. And my brother taught me a lot of great things. He always would teach me to use my brain. He always taught me about common sense, work ethic, and stuff. That's where my work ethic comes from. Was my brother, but I just have to keep it a buck because we try to like just put the the false images out there to people who don't deserve that. And I'm saying like as far as my brother is concerned, I don't know if let's just say that if he didn't die, I don't know if he would have been happy for me or he would have hated on me like everybody else is hating on me. But at the same time, it's like I have people that come up to me that tell me like, "Hey man, you do that podcast, don't you?" And I say, "Yeah." And they say, Keep doing it, man. I learned so much from you, especially like the history stuff. And these are 40 and 50, 60-year olds that thank me for teaching their history because they didn't know about it. They didn't understand certain things. And just the fact that I have substance in my on my platform, they really be looking forward to it. So just the fact that you need it, that you matter in a community that is so called self-destructive to the self-productive, you winning. And don't worry about people who don't support you that you know. Worry about the people that support you that you don't know. Cause I got people watching me from Jamaica, Africa, um, England, all over, Costa Rica, a lot of people, man. So it's the importance is being global, not local. When you
See,
global, you powerful, dog. You powerful.
your assignment is greater, bro. And you know what's crazy about that whole thing, bro? It's I don't know why it's always like this, but those people who doubted you, when you'll know you made it all the way, not that you care anymore, but
No, I don't.
you'll get to a certain stage where they'll come back and be like, yo, man, that really is fly. But by the time you hear that come from them, you don't even care no more. You're like, bro, listen, I know everybody else know. Like by the time you come around, you was like, all I feel like that last meeting is just the removal of access.
Yeah.
Because the whole time you could have been saying, you could have been a part of the team. Like we could have been doing this shit together. Like you know what I'm saying? But instead you rather bet with the rest of the world against me and wait until the rest of the world sees my value to acknowledge it. And at this point, I don't I, it's so loud from the resounding applause that I can't hear you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh,
it's you know what I'm saying? It's so loud that I just it's minuscule, and it's not. That's not to be like egotistical. It's just that's the flow of that's the natural process of things because people make decisions. They can either get on board or they can get out the way. You know what I'm
oh, no
saying?
doubt, no
And
doubt.
it's and I just want to tell you from a person who you know what I'm saying. I hope to be a stature of where you are currently, bro. Keep going, bro. Like when you first reached out to me because I do know before when I was putting up posts about trying to get the Spirit Food podcast going. I think you responded about coming on there. There's a lot of people that I didn't get a chance to respond to. I wasn't picking and choosing who I was dealing with. It was just we knew what the subject matter of that particular show was going to be. And the
Yeah,
people that reached out, they pretty the people that we did choose, they pretty much had a inkling of what we were doing and why we were doing it. But I will say this: just as soon as you answered this last one, like I told you in the chat, I said you 1804 ain't it, bro? We see you. We see you. You understand what I'm saying? The world sees you, bro. Like it's like there's people who may not acknowledge you, but bro, even if I haven't been able to say, hey, you know what I'm saying, and stop by and say, hey, bro, I appreciate you, bro. We see you, bro. You know what I'm saying? We see you. The movement that you're creating, bro. It's that big. We see you, bro. You know what I'm saying? You out here doing it. You're definitely a you're definitely a staple in this game, and you're a seasoned vet, bro. Like the things that you do, the conversations that you have, the subject matter that you have, the vision that you have for your platform, bro. Regardless if the people around you will tell you or not, bro, you're making an impact, my boy. Like you're making a crater in this thing. You know what I'm saying? So refuse to like, bro, stopping this shit. I don't even understand that that's an option on the menu. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not, you know what I'm saying? Just keep applying pressure, bro. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Because it's noticed. Even to the ones that won't, like you said before, I've noticed I'll post negative shit all day and get a million comments or get a million reactions. As soon as I
yeah.
post a positive achievement, crickets. Like it's the same page.
Oh
It's
yeah,
it's the same ad followers, at the same ad highlights. It's the same thing. Like you know what I'm saying. But like you
yeah,
said, it's not about it's not about the gratification. Because and another thing I noticed too is that most people catch on late. I've noticed that like most times I'll be tripping like yo people ain't say nothing, and then a week later I'm getting all these fucking like reactions with some shit that happened last week and gone. Like you know what I'm saying. But people catch on late. All that matters is bro. People are catching on, bro. The 1804 show, bro. Like you're making waves, man. Like you said, an international platform.
my guy.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm
Thank you,
saying?
man. I
An
really appreciate it.
international platform, my guy. You got people from outside the country tuning in. I don't know. Shoot, I don't know how else you need to be validated. Hey, listen, I respect my local community. I appreciate y'all. Like, I'm that's real. But shoot, if they tapping in out there, and it's got to pass you to get out there, and you don't want to. Hey, I brought you to the water. Now, if you ain't thirsty, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? But the fact that they out there listening, bro, they tune in and they watching, they're definitely responding. I see the comments that you're getting on different interviews and stuff that they're engaging, bro. You got to figure it out, my boy. And on the way is only up from here, man, for sure, bro. I know. I feel like even with 600 episodes, bro, your best is yet to come. Like you know what I'm saying. You going nowhere but up. And this ain't just the same praise because listen, I I just feel like real is rare, man. And you're a positive black role model, bro. Not even with the black, but plus because it is black. They don't like to
Hmm.
show us doing positive shit. You know what I'm saying? But you're a
Yeah.
positive black man, bro, who's out here, man, making an impact in the world, bro. You know what I'm saying? You could be doing a bunch of other dumb shit because there's a lot of people out here doing a lot of dumb shit. You can just turn on the news and see. You know what I'm saying? But
Oh,
it's
no doubt. No
um
doubt.
but the fact that you're taking the platform, you're using it to educate the people, but also open the floor up for conversation so people can be included. Man, I hats off to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's just from me to you, man. Hats off to you. I want to give you flowers for sure.
Yeah. Thank you, man. And likewise, man. And just anybody that's black, bro, like we have to support each other, man, because there's not no race. It's a marathon, and we have to understand that we cry about not having a Black Wall Street anymore, but if we keep it going in the same love, because that's how Black Wall Street was established and it became successful because everybody kept the dollar in the black community. So we
Facts.
have to understand that whatever animosity, feelings that we have, we could put it aside for a common goal because we got to do this for our kids. We got to do it for their kids. We got to do it for their kids. So it's a generational thing, but it could be generational blessings before it could become generational curses. So we got to knock out as many generational curses as we come, but it comes with taking self accountability. And just the reason why I named my show the 1804 show, it all came from the Haitian Revolution because I was watching this documentary on it, right? So these people didn't have no guns or whatever, but they was able to gain their independence through armed combat, snakes, poisonous plants, just by working together. Men, women, and children worked together, and they took over two entities. And I was so inspired by that to the point that okay, that's it. That's me, which I have been trying to do. Which I have been trying to do. Because at first I was all about coming together. I was
Yeah.
all about having like this Justice League in the city and stuff where all the best and all the great people, best and brightest, came together, in which I have been displaying that. Because yes, we have a big musical city, but we have entrepreneurship. We have a business side of the city that's growing rapidly. So that's what I wanted to do. But then I found out everybody isn't me, or everybody don't have my same thoughts or my same agenda. So it's all good. But at the end of the day, I wanted that to happen. And then my logo, I am a man, that comes from the 1968 sanitation strike of Memphis. And that was so powerful because it's easy to be a nigga, but it's hard to become a man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I
Amen.
wanted to be. And it's just that picket sign alone, bro. Like makes me cry, bro. Just like you said earlier, they took fathers out the home. You know what I'm saying? So to be a boy and you raised by girls, because my brother was already in the military by the time I was coming up, so it was just so hard to become a man.
Yeah.
I'm still learning how to be a man. I feel like I'm a good man, but to be the man that I potentially wants to become and rich, it takes work, it takes dedication, it takes all of that. Because the hardest project is yourself,
Yeah.
but the best investment is yourself. So when I had finally like invested in myself instead of investing in this alcohol, the Black and Miles and this and that, but when I actually bought like my first logo or bought my first t-shirts that I made, the business cards and this and that, that was the best investment I money could buy was myself and just this equipment, this all that, and the time as well. Because every time we do this, man, we are bettering our future. You know, just like now, like we doing this interview right now.
Hmm.
This interview going to reach a lot of people, and numbers do lie.
Yeah.
People be buying their views, so
Facts. You know, I want to say congratulations to you, bro. I seen that you had yeah, put a post of 10,000 views, over 10,000 views this month, bro.
yeah,
As a creator, I understand, bro. It's hard, bro. It's organically, it's hard, bro. Like I don't know, people see the platform and they see us talking and they think I could do that. Y'all don't understand. Like
no, they don't get it.
it's not just that. Y'all don't understand. Like you have no. I'm off from my job right now, but I'm working for me.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So it's they don't get it. You know what I'm saying? So again, from me to you, bro, congratulations. When I say that, I know that's not hard. Like I mean, when I say I know that's hard, I do know that's hard. We had a clip go viral last week. I don't know. I don't listen. God been showing out in 2024. We ain't even got a January yet, but he been doing some things. You know what I'm saying? We don't normally average the amount that we've gotten in the last week and a half.
yeah,
Uh, just to see those numbers for one, it's a renewed inspiration. You know what I'm saying? It's a I feel like it's a message from the Most High to keep that you're on the right path, bro. That you and like you said, people do be buying their views. We get to have we get the benefit and the gift of being able to work with some of these music artists. So we know you can buy some numbers. But but
yeah.
it's to organically know that your video and your content are being placed in front of people with no you know what I'm saying, we didn't pay to play or nothing. That it's promise. You know what I'm saying? It's seeing potential. It's knowing that you're on the right track. And like you said, whenever they take the time to watch, bro, they're being educated. So we definitely appreciate you for what you're doing for the community, for the world, bro. And for your community, the people that you put on, because you done had a bunch, like bro, 621 episodes, man. Listen, my boy, you've been busy, boy. You've been busy, my boy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Uh,
yeah, and I wanted to say this my fifth mixtape coming out, Apocalypto Repentance. Shout out to my homeboy Quay, tag designs for the cover and stuff like that. But I got like 35 tracks on that, so
what?
yeah.
Going in. Okay.
Yeah. It's because I do compilations because I be liking to promote artists and give them shine. I
Yeah.
used to rap, but that was my past life. But I'm just an executive producer, which is still hard work because it's like you're picking the right track. So I have to listen to like what song fits the theme and make it flow better and stuff like that. But just shout out to all the artists that appeared on there, man, because I love talented people. I love people who just not Hollywood, but yet, they still professional and they still are workable and coachable. But it's all good, man. I just wanted to just say that real quick. But also to you, man, like I just respect any black man that's doing something positive and I want you to go to the next level as well. You know what I'm saying? Keep elevating and stuff. And whether if it's the no offense, man, become something else like a production company or something like that. I want that to happen too because I'm working on that too because they just think that the 1804 show is just a podcast. No, it's a movement. That's why I didn't name it after myself, and that's why I ain't got my face on it because it's a movement, you know. So
Facts. Facts. Yeah. No. So we are. I don't know if well, a lot of people don't know, but we are actually a media production company. We're a
okay,
publisher. We're a media publisher. We're also an ASCAP publisher. We are. No Offense is tied up. No Offense is actually tied up to a lot of different things. We got about 3 different podcasts. We've got our own radio. We've got which we are licensed with ASCAP and BMI. The radio right now, we've got a sports radio that's getting ready to come out and be released. So we're doing a lot, bro. It's a lot. It's our hands are in a lot. It's like you said. It's a movement. The best thing that ever happened to me was finding out about the LLC.
yeah,
Like, you
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like for real, like that sounds like it should go on the shirt somewhere. I don't know, but it's just I just yeah, man. Once I there was a period in time where I felt like I couldn't do anything. Like I felt like I didn't have I was powerless, helpless. I wanted to do more, but I felt like I couldn't find the option, or I felt like those doors were not opening for me. And I never want to feel like that again. I
Yeah.
don't want anybody else to feel like that again. You know what I'm saying? And then you've got a way that we can help to make sure that anybody that's what No Offense is about. No Offense LLC. We're trying to provide opportunities for people to be who they are and no offense. You know what I'm saying? And get to where they would like to be. Now, sometimes that requires coaching because you got to know how to code switch. Like the comfortability that we have right now as we're talking,
Hmm.
it changes based on what room I'm in.
Yeah, same here.
You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, like for that, not all of us know that. Like they say, common sense ain't that common.
No. Yeah, because you can't go into no corporate office be like, yeah, bruh, and this and
Yeah,
that.
no.
No,
No, bro. So we got, like we said, like last night we got the High Council, which is like on Thursday nights we have the High Council, which is pretty much uncensored, just adults just having fun, talking about whatever might be going on. Hey, and if you judge me from there, then you probably won't know what to expect when you come on here, because like you said, when we come on here, it's all business. I take the time that you guys give this platform very, very serious. Time I feel like is the commodity, the one commodity that a person can't give back. Like that to me, wasting somebody's time is damn near equivalent to felony murder. Like you can't
no.
you know, I know people think that's extreme, but I'm like, you can't get that back. No matter what you do, you can't give that back. You know what I'm saying? People could have been doing anything with their life, bettering their life, spending that with their kids, spending that with a loved one who might be on the way out, but they gave
Hmm.
it to us. So it's to be treasured. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I look at it. But no, I definitely, man. Listen, we had an awesome time here. I feel like we barely cracked the surface today. We got an hour and a half in. If it's okay with you, I would really, really like to do this again, bro. Like, I want to talk, bro. Like, cause I don't know, man. I feel like there's so much more we can learn about you. I feel like you're definitely a great brain to pick, and I want to definitely know when is the 1804 on, man, for the people who watching, so they can tune in, man, and just catch you live, bro, for sure.
Well, I do it 5 times a week, so the next episode will definitely be tomorrow at 9:30
9:30 a.m. p.m.
p.m.
p.m. Okay, and that's Eastern time. So for those of
Yep.
y'all in my area, that's gonna be 8:30 Central.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. It just make sure that y'all can subscribe to the YouTube channel, the 1804 Show Chapter 2. Pretty much same thing. Just, you know, enjoy your boy and stuff because I'm one of the real ones. I'm not fake. I'm not counterfeit. I'm authentic. So just support your boy and I support y'all. So, but yeah, man, thank you, bro. This was a great day, man. Great interview.
Hey man, would you be willing to come back on and do it? I'm serious, bro. Like I feel like
Oh,
we can.
absolutely.
I feel like we can
Absolutely.
really chop it up, and I gotta say, like I said, I don't really have many hosts on the show. Like people who it's different when you're talking to somebody who know. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? And it was definitely an awesome and amazing opportunity to get to know you today, bro. I'm looking forward to whatever this may become in the future. Like I said, anytime I will talk to you soon about trying to get this part 2 up because man, an hour and a half ain't nothing. It's crazy how that went by so fast, my guy. Like what? Like you know, like I don't know if y'all know, but last night, man, we was drinking on the show and all. I got up, I was like, yo, I'm not gonna miss this interview this morning. Well, now I'm like, how we been sitting here talking for an hour and a half? It feel like we just cut on the show. Um, but no, bro, I feel like there's just so much more. Are you? I don't know. Are you good on time right now? Or you got enough time, or like to go for a little few more minutes, or would you like to catch up on another?
Yeah, we could talk some more, man. I don't got nothing to do right now. We could talk.
I know you said earlier about the work thing, so that's why I was like, I just want to respect the time. So,
Oh, you
but
good?
all right, so 135 right here. Okay, cool. So, working with the different artists, man. Obviously, you know, there'd be music politics, right? And there'd
Yeah.
be all kinds of politics, bro. There'd be music politics, local politics. You know, that person may know this, that person, baby mama, like obviously as the interviewers, we got to stay biased, but like with you being so close to everybody, how do you manage, bro? Like you know what I'm saying? How do you manage to like, hey, don't put me in none of that? You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, I just feel like to me, it's just all about work ethic because
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of a work ethic, and because a lot of artists just think that they're supposed to just drop one project and that's it. You know, what I'm saying I'm the greatest and this and that, but it's just an ego thing. You know, a lot of it is believing in your own myth, and that's the thing I try not to do. Because even with me, even though I have done what I've done, I'm not satisfied yet.
yeah,
So that's why every day I try to create different subject matters or go and recite something that happened in history and stuff. Because I feel like that it can always be better, it can always be more, but it's just lack of creativity. So it just I feel that what makes an artist is being able to explore your fans and be able to change your scenery and stuff like that, and just really be in tune with the earth because we are spiritual people. And if you stuck in the same environment, then you would never grow, you know, and not just like physically, but mentally. Because if you are in toxicity or you around that, then that's all you're going to be. Is what
yeah.
you're around. And and we're plants, bro. And I feel that in order for a plant to grow, got to trim the weeds. And I trim a lot of my weeds around me because that's when I became mature. That's why I became seasoned. And I tell everyone who's an artist, like you have to just speak from experience, you know, whatever you know, but also just be very cognizant that you are going to be attacked, you know, and everything isn't hate. You know, everybody ain't hating on you. Some people just telling you the truth,
Yeah.
telling you to step up your game. You know, it's going to be constructive criticism, but you got to also understand like everybody isn't qualified to give advice to you, especially if they're not following their own advice.
Facts. Okay, there you go. Which most humans are contradictory. I'm just
Al- Always, because it's so funny. Because it's cause let me tell you a story, right? So I had somebody at work, right, try to tell me how to conduct my show,
uh,
but they never go on camera. They just take pictures, but they never even do live videos. They just take pictures and this and that.
right.
And then they're a janitor. So I was like, so do I listen to somebody who's in the same field as me or somebody that's a janitor? And I don't discredit anybody's job
Right.
but it's just I don't like this individual. So I'm like, okay, well, how about you stay in your place? Cause I don't tell you to be a fucking janitor. Why the fuck you gonna try to tell me to be how to be a fucking podcaster when you don't know what it's like. You don't know the number of hours it takes to edit a video
Yeah.
or conduct a topic or stay on topic. This
Yeah.
is this is talent, bro.
Yeah.
And everybody, you know what I'm saying, just like us, you know what I'm saying? Like there's an athlete, you know, we may watch them play football or basketball every Sunday, but they busy throughout the whole 6 days preparing for that one day that we get to watch on TV. It's gonna be a winner. It's gonna be a loser. Okay, but they they both winning because the hours of preparation.
Right.
So I don't really focus on like, okay, I did all the work, all the preparation. I sometimes I get mad. Well, I used to get mad when I get 1 or 2 views on the video when I did all those hours and this and that. But it's be good that I do get like 500-600 views on one video. That's good. But the preparation is gonna be still there. You know, sometimes it happens like that. And I just want people who's just now beginning this YouTube life or this podcast life that you're not gonna always have good days. You're not always gonna have bad days. But just keep going. Like every video isn't gonna hit like that. It's all about demographic. It's all about interests, you know. But you just have to keep going. You have to
That
love it.
that what you said about the niche right there, bro. Like finding your niche and finding what it is that you're gonna speak on. Um, I know as a creator, bro, that's to me. I know we do a lot of stuff, but to me, that's one of the hardest shits. That's one of the hardest parts of this job, bro.
Yeah.
It's just trying to find out, like, what am I going to talk about today? And um, as you've done this over time, has it become necessarily easier because you've even though we're hoping to grow our audience, but have you gotten a good idea of who your audience is and what it is that they want to hear? Does that make it a little easier to figure out what kind of content, or is it just hit or miss every day?
I feel like it's a little bit of all of that. It's like all together and stuff. Because like I said, it's all about attracting new people, and you cannot please everybody. So I realize that there's gonna be times that my audience isn't going to watch a particular video because I think a lot of them love when I interview people rather than for me to be by myself. But I feel like it's a blessing to be able to hold your own. You know what I'm saying? To actually get on camera and speak and instead of engaging in other people, because everybody can't do that. Everybody can't say what's on their mind or express themselves. So
One of those. I gotta admire you for doing that, bro. By the way, I'm sorry. Like I do notice that sometimes you will do a session and it's just you. Like most of the platform, I bring people on and we talk, we have a discussion. But I've
uh,
always admired that about your platform and others that have that ability. Because I'm telling you, bro, I'm a person who feeds off of others' energy. You know what I'm saying? Like
hmm
I gotta have that back and forth. I find it phenomenal that you're able to to come on and just and do your content solo like that. That's something I hope to one day be able to match. Because bro, I'm telling you, it's like the difference between watching a master at work, bro. I'm saying like I'm my mind. I'm thinking how does he do that? You know what I'm saying? Because bro, I cut on this camera and just by myself for a good 10 minutes. I was like, all right, y'all, I'm gonna stop bothering y'all, man. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But I do see others that do it. Like you got yourself. You got people like the Gang Spitter and all kinds of stuff on YouTube. Like there's people on YouTube who are really like you know their content is essentially them having a conversation with their audience. But for me, it's hard because a lot of my videos don't get seen until after they've been posted. So it's like I'm talking to who? Who am I talking to? You
hmm
know what I'm saying? But if if you're growing that audience where you're having people live engaged, bro, I'm telling you, like
you're hitting heights, bro. Like I'm telling you, these are stream of dreams, bro. I'm telling you. Some of the little people want to, you know what I'm saying, want to be like you when we grow up, bro. Like I'm trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? And hats off to you, man. How do you know, like, how do you commit to that, bro? Like you say, hey man, no matter what, this is what we on. This is what the show's on today. People gonna like it, they not. Whatever it's gonna be, this is what it's gonna be, or what?
Well, I just try to block out other people's expectations and just follow my heart, man. Because when you speaking real shit gonna happen. And just have to um, trust in yourself and believe in yourself. Because this lane or just anything, bro, that what you're doing that's the impossible, it's going to tear you apart if you're not conditioned to realize that you're going to be on your own. Because I always kept that notion because I started alone. Because when you wait for people, man, nothing gets done when you wait for others. So when I decided to improve my editing, I learned how to do that just from videos on YouTube because I wanted to get better. Because at first, in the beginning stages, it was looking pretty ghetto fabulous
It didn't
at
always.
first.
I get it.
So I just wanted to, you know, bring more into it. So now, like my videos, you would think I pay somebody to do that. I do all of that by myself. I do everything by myself because I refuse to have somebody take the credit for what I worked for later on once it worked. Because you know how people be like, oh, I helped them get on. I paid them this and I gave them that. That's why I don't allow people to do anything for me. Now, if you donate to me, then yes, that's great. But I don't do it for the money. I don't do it for the clout. I don't do it for attention. I do it because it's therapy for me, man. It keeps me out of my head. It keeps me from those thoughts that I used to have. Because you got to replace mess with bless. You got to replace that with cleanliness. And this is clean. This is great. Just to be recognized for your greatness than your desperation is great.
Man, that's you recognize for your greatness, not your desperation. That's deep, bro. I mean, especially from somebody who, especially from some like people who, like we said, had to get it out of no, like it's an idea first, and then just bringing it into the world, and seeing what it is today. Like you said, when you first start, bro, you took me back when you said that. When you first start, bro, if I so back behind us, we got a Roku channel, and I've got old interviews from when I first started, and as I was putting them on the TV, I'm realizing, yo, that camera sucked. Like, not only that, but yo, my green screen was like, yo, on a computer, that shit looked like it was fire. But like now that I'm seeing it blown up, I'm like, dude, like these, like I'm like, yo, these will be more appreciated by people who are doing it. Like if they're in the interview, like they want to watch their growth, or like these are diehard fans, because no doubt about it, the way it looks right now that we're on this platform, this was not how we started. this was this was not how we started, and it's just the growth is such a beautiful thing, bro. Like just to see, like you coming into your own, bro. Like you know what I'm saying, make like finding ways to constantly improve yourself, improve your platform, and bro, it shows the work that you put into it. You also said about it's hard to outsource work because people like to think they made you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I 110%. I know what you, bro. We do. I have a team. Shout out to the No Offense Network,
Uh-huh.
but they how am I say this? They know what I'm about to say, so it ain't no problem. But how do I say this? We all individually have our own thing going. So yes, we might collab at some point, or I might reach out to like my digital designer to make a logo for me, or I might reach out to my photographer to shoot for the magazines and stuff like that. But essentially, whenever you see No Offense LLC on something, I made it. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Whether it be the design in the background here, I do the whole magazine. I do the editing for the photos. I do the, you know what I'm saying? So I get you, but being a one stop shop, bro. How do you manage the time? They don't make 24 hours in a day ain't enough for shit, is
No, no, because it's crazy because I still work a regular job, so
it?
people don't understand it, bro. But it's like when you love what you do, you don't
Yeah,
think it's work. It's
yeah,
love. You love it. You know, it's a passion. So
yeah.
I'm very passionate about what I do, just with the dialogue, the whole um editing and the thumbnails and the the interview questions. I don't write nothing down when I do interviews, bro. I don't write nothing down, bro. All this come from here.
Do
I'm
you
I
have a
freestyle everything.
do you have a game plan, like a general flow, or like me? Are you just going? I'm going off the tone of the conversation. Like you say something, we want to know about more about that. Is that essentially like how your flow is, or do you come into an interview already saying like I want to hit on these areas deep, 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 deep at some point in our
It's
conversation?
it's
Not, I mean,
crazy.
not to give all your trade secrets, because listen, I
Oh
get it.
no,
You know,
no,
yeah, yeah,
no.
yeah. You know
No,
what I'm saying?
I can speak on that,
Yeah.
but it just comes from back in the day when you had them long distance relationships and stuff like that, and talking on the phone and stuff. So I was a little ladies man, so that took just from doing that to what I do now, because I'm able to just fill a person out and stuff. Because I had porn stars on the show and everything, but you would have never known that because of how I talk to them and how I conduct myself before.
Yeah.
But it's just all about reading the person, man. Just feeling their vibe and because a lot of times I didn't even talk to a guest before they came on the show. I just learned about them while on the show. But I can't really explain it. It's because I don't try to be like Oprah and stuff like that. But I just try to be me, and you either have it or you don't. But if you want it, then it's just something that you practice, especially with in a mirror. Just talk to yourself in a mirror. That's what I do. I'll be like, hey, what's up, Will? How you doing, man? We gonna have a good day, right? I'm like, yeah. So we gonna have a good day. So it's all about that. Start with yourself, and then you can work on others.
Man, I appreciate that, really. Yeah, because I've noticed, because a lot of people, well, I mean, if they've been on the show, they already know I don't script any of these questions,
Hmm.
but I do when I'm inviting somebody to be on the platform. I do
Hmm.
occasionally run into. I'm sure you occasionally run into somebody who will ask you, "What questions are you going to ask me?" But I feel like listen. I want you to be authentic. I'm not going to. I want you to give me an honest answer because ain't nothing worse. Like, let me know how you feel about this, but there ain't nothing worse than watching the interview and knowing. Like, I feel like if you want a script, go watch the news.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, but if you're gonna watch an interview to actually get to know who this person is, then why don't you want to know them in their natural element? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would, like, I feel like if I prep you on the questions, then you can prep me on the answer, which may not be authentic.
absolutely.
You know?
And you be so surprised why people watch you, because a lot of people we think that they're watching us because they support us, but a lot of times they're watching us so they can see us fail. A lot of times,
Man.
but then they realize, like, dang, like this person, because like I said, bro, like earlier, man, like that smear campaign that happened to me this week, it was so powerful to the point that it got over to 200 comments. It got to
This was family?
over, yeah, over 150 shares, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, the interview I did after that got over 500 views, 20 shares. So I don't care what you think because my catalog speaks for myself. Because when you have character, bro, when you have integrity, bro, and the people that you impacted, the real ones gonna know. The
Yeah,
real ones ain't even gonna entertain that, and I ain't even entertain it. But I just said my piece, and then I was done with it. But I just realized like this what comes with the territory, but this also give you confirmation that you and your purpose, because you're gonna face that when you get to the top even more. So I'm just being prepared to the life I asked for, but it's all good.
bro. It is encouraging, bro, to hear you say. Because I'm, bro, a lot of the stuff that you saying, bro. These are like private conversations I done had with myself, and to know that to hear you confirm these things, bro. Let me know I ain't. I mean, I might be crazy. I'm probably slightly off, but at least I ain't that crazy. You know what I'm saying? But no, I know what you mean. With that situation with your family, and I know there's people that's watching that be like, oh, talk about. But listen, one thing about this show, I'm never aiming to put somebody in any kind of light they don't want to. Whether you bring it to the platform, you do. Whether you don't, you don't. You know what I'm saying? But I'll say this: the only reason why they picked at you to do that was because the reaction, and you could tell them I said it. I don't know them, so this ain't nothing personal. This is just me.
Yeah,
If I'm hitting a dog in the dark, let you know what I'm saying. Hey, just throwing it in
yeah,
there. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
the only reason they picked at you, bro, is because people swing up, they don't swing down. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
of
saying? Like,
course.
like you got to been doing something right for them to come for you. Because if you when you're doing wrong, they just let you do it. You know what I'm saying? When people see you steamrolling and just let you, they'll get out your way and just let you continue to nobody. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, when you got to know that you're in your purpose because people talk about the OU when they only have access to the OU.
Yeah.
That's it. Like you can keep telling them. Oh, they can keep telling them old stories, but that's all they gonna have. No old. If you notice, they only have old stories because they don't got new access.
No,
You
no.
know what I'm saying? And that's how you know. That's how you know you're on the way up. That's all they gonna have is the old shit that they. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, you got a promising future. You climbing toward. You know what I'm saying? You getting noticed. People really they ain't do nothing but like you said, but help you because people nosy as hell. They want to. So yesterday, for marketing purposes, I made a post that said, "Have you ever seen somebody curve you and in the past, but then in the future, you be happy that they curved you because you feel like you dodged the bullet?" And I said, "I'm naming names tonight." But the only reason I did that, and if you watch yesterday's show, I ain't even talk about that shit. But the only reason I did that, right, is because people messy as hell.
Yeah,
And guess what? We did some decent numbers yesterday. You know what I'm saying? It's just using that to an advantage. These people think they hurting you when in all actuality, all they're doing is introducing people to you. And really, once people realize the real person that you are, the authentic person that you are, it make them question, well, who the hell is this other person? Like, why would you do this to this person? You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of person would tear another person down in hopes of looking taller? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not. If you got to tear me down to make you look big, you smaller than I could ever be.
oh,
You know?
no doubt, no
Uh,
doubt, and tables turn. You know what I'm saying?
yes, sir.
Because I remember like when I didn't have nothing, when I was broke, when I was homeless, and was dependent on like try to have a bedroom or just to sleep on someone's couch.
Yeah.
And now, I'm a brand, I'm established and stuff like that. I'm doing
Name
better than
ringing
them.
bells. Name ringing bells.
No, no, they ain't. And I love it. And I love it because it's like consistent all these years. But it just they had such a powerful influence on that person because of the fake image that they showed. So now the greatest thing of all of that was me getting the confirmation from other people, because I had people who contact me and apologize to me, and they was just like, wow, Will, like I apologize because I didn't know that you had it like that or you had it that bad, and I was like, no, like it's all good, but I just because I can forgive a person who outside looking in didn't understand it, and
Yeah.
then they apologized to me later. But the person that who knows me and knows my upbringing or knows the pitfalls and know the things I had to experience, and they still snake me and they still portray me, I would never talk to you again because you knew the thesis,
Yeah, a
the
snake only shed,
syllabus.
yeah, a snake only shed
Yeah,
to become a bigger snake, bro.
yeah, yeah. So what you do is you boss up, you level up. You know what I'm saying? That success will always be the best revenge, and it is because I didn't have to throw a punch. I didn't have to strike a bullet or struck a bullet to anybody. If anything, my transformation was great, man. Instead of being Frankenstein, I became Mr. Cooper. So I know you hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Yes,
Get
sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
it?
sir. I like what you did there. I like what
So
you did
yeah,
there.
but it's just all about just staying resilient, man. Because resiliency will just give you superpowers, man. Because the stuff that I used to complain about or the things that used to bother me don't bother me no more because like who can say all the things that I accomplished and at a short amount of time and the people that I've spoken to. Like I spoke to the daughter that started the Crips game, bro.
That's bruh. And what's crazy, what's amazing is you do all this from your home. Like I don't know, bro. Like that's what's amazing about like you know what I'm saying. Like I know you feel me on that, bro. That's the
Yeah,
wildest thing, bro. Like we touching people all over the world, bro. From our living room, bro. From our
yeah.
bedroom. From a I'm talking about, like, bro, the daughter of the man. Listen, and that's real history, bro. Like this is stuff that's undeniable. Like you know what I'm saying. Like man, I don't know, bro. Like that's listen. You ain't got like I answer. You never get no hate from over here, bro. I commend you, bro. Like cause bro, I understand. I understand. Not only that, bro. I don't give a damn what nobody got to say, bro. I'm rooting for you, bro. I want to see you reach heights, bro. I want to see you reach heights. That goes for anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't understand the mythology behind the methodology behind hating on a person because it absolutely does nothing for you and actually hinders you because the energy that you're exuding for somebody else could be internalized on progression itself, which is what they hating on you for because you're bettering yourself. When you look at it, right, that's essentially what's going on. They're hating the fact that you're raising your frequency and that you're bettering yourself. You're becoming a higher form of yourself. And if you explain that shit, like I'm being honest with you, what kind of person is comfortable hating on another person bettering themselves? That should just sound ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Like and you falling for the Willie Lynch syndrome, Willie Lynch method. Like and people could say that he didn't exist. Maybe he didn't exist, but the method exists
Yeah.
because it did his job.
We
Because
hate each other, man.
yeah, and and I always tell everybody like if something does happen to me, which I'm not wishing that on, but when you're a leader, you got to think about these things, like because everybody that looks like you isn't rooting for you, so you always have to think like, would it be one of my counterparts, or would it be somebody from my own color that take me out?
Huh.
You see what happened to every leader. We
Yeah.
can blame the white man all day, but it was our own that had a hand of it, had a hand in um, Malcolm X, had
Yeah.
a hand in Dr. King. Shoot, even Pac,
Yeah. Well, yeah.
they will assist. You know what I'm saying? Sit back and allow. They infiltrate you first because they gotta make you comfortable around them. Because
Facts.
infiltration always comes from the inside, never the outside.
Right.
So that's why I always be cautious about who I hang with. You don't see me in pictures with a whole bunch of niggas. Cause 9 times out of 10, sure, I would say out of 20 niggas, you got 3 that envy you.
Damn.
Out of them, out of them 17 niggas that you with, you gonna have 3 that envy you. So that's why it's important to be your own best friend, to rely on yourself, but God, of course, but you have to be so in tune with who you are to the point that you don't need clicks, you don't need packs. You
Huh.
gotta be the lone wolf because there's some roles that you're gonna have to travel alone.
True, true. And you know it's we were talking earlier about the betrayal. It usually comes from someone close. It's a messed up situation because you only give access to your heart to those you care about. So
Hmm.
it's only like the only way they can really hurt you is to use who has access to your most vulnerable to your biggest vulnerability. So it's 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 not to make nobody paranoid, but essentially what I'm saying is the ones as closest to you have the greatest potential to hurt you the most.
Hmm.
Love and hate are an exact reciprocation of the same relationship. A person can only hate you as much as they love you.
Yeah,
Because
and
if you didn't care, it wouldn't matter. It would be beneath your time.
yeah,
So when you tell a person, you know, a hater, I think that's where the hate comes from, bro. They really have a problem accepting the fact that they really admire you, and they don't know how to deal with that shit. I mean, it's a you know there is one way to deal with it. You could just tell a person like, "Hey, man, I appreciate what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? If I could, would you mind instilling some of the things that you do, or maybe could you teach me? You know what I'm saying? But that would require putting aside the ego, bro, and you damn near got to go to surgery for that way. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? You damn near got to go to surgery for that. But instead, for whatever reason, our people, bro, we choose to be like you said, play a part in the downfall of another. And here's the thing: we all connected. You're not. That's why they say if you dig one grave for one person, you might as well. If you're digging a grave for somebody to put them in, you might as well dig one for you because at the end of the day, whether you realize it or not, your left hand's hurting your right hand.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
absolutely. And that's what, again, accountability plays a part because you've seen the signs, but we love people so much that we ignore red flags. But
Mm.
those ignoring red flags put a lot of people in the cemetery or in prison because they didn't heed the warning signs. So that's why when I see the first indication of fuckery, I'm gone. Like I do silent cutoffs and everything. I won't even tell you why I cut you off, but you know why I cut you off. Why are we even having this conversation?
Man, what's up with that? Why do they ask that? They be trying to verify that you found the tripwire. Like motherfuckers know what they did, man. Well, sometimes I feel, I will say this, and this is why I say I feel like you still got to communicate at some point. I mean, people got to do what they want to do, but sometimes what you're doing, what you might experience or what you might view somebody doing, might be a direct correlation to an experience that you had, not that the other person had. Like they might not, they like what you might see it as a red sign, a red flag, but they might literally have pure intention in whatever it is that they're doing, no ill intent. Uh, no ill intent, intended. But does this fall down to the saying that they say the road to hell is paved with good intentions, or what? Like you once you see the flag, you like, nigga, I know what this is gonna lead to, regardless of how you try to get around it, nigga. I know where we gonna end up. This GPS go one direction, like you know what I'm saying. Like I don't know. He might take a side road, but we got the same destination. Like you know what I'm saying. Like is that what goes into play there, or how do you maneuver those waters, bro?
Like it's crazy because you remember that movie Pleasantville?
I think I do. What was it a TV? Was that about the Superman thing?
No, 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 that's Smallville, but
Smallville. Okay.
Pleasantville was a movie back in the 90s. Like it
Was that the
started.
TV?
No, it
The
was a
black,
movie.
right? No, no. What I'm saying, was it a black? Was that the black and white when they went colorful?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I got you. I got you.
So I treat people like that because everything starts good in the beginning.
Yeah,
So it's black. So the relationship be black and white. But my mama used to always tell me like you gotta see the gray in people. But that's what a woman would say. But we have to operate differently as men. We have to be more wiser. You know what I'm saying? More cautious. Not saying that women isn't wise or anything like that, but
we think logically, they think emotion.
yeah, they use their emotions. So that's why a lot of them. That's why like when it comes to domestic violence, numbers are higher with women than it is men because they move with their emotions. But as a man, you can't afford to move with your emotions. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You can't afford that because when you trying to love somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna cost you your life because you don't know why a person's around you until it's too late, or you just get that type of indication that both your signals are not aligned. And my intentions is always pure. You know what I'm saying? I always look out for people. And people just think that like you compensate with the friendship or relationship with just financial gain. But if you taking the time out to have a person vent to you over the phone or just sit down with them and support their business or just show them that they matter to you, that's a form of currency as well. And people get that misconstrued with just money. But if you're not there for me overall, then you're not a friend. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't be around you, especially if because I gave so many people my home, bro. I let so many people come stay with me when they ain't have nowhere to go, whether if they was going through domestic violence or if they just was kicked out of their home. I gave them my couch,
Yeah.
gave them my bed, fed them. Cause this shit costs money, bro. Like,
Right. Right.
like even if you go over somebody's house and you like, hey, can I charge your phone? And while they on their phone, charging their phone, you know how much
Electric.
electricity you burning, or they shitting on your toilet. And shit, toilet man, tissue is expensive. Like I'm a,
You ain't never lied, bro. You ain't never lied.
but it's just the fact like when like when a person used to having something and used to not having shit. Because when they don't have shit, like they could open up your refrigerator without asking. You like, hey, what the hell you doing? Like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm thirsty or I'm hungry. Like, nigga, you gotta ask, nigga. You can't just go into your house and just do that shit when you ain't buying shit, you ain't contributing. That's a user.
Entitlement.
Yeah, that's entitlement. So, but when a person who has had their own place or been established, they gonna ask like, hey, bro, you got some water? I'm thirsty, man. I don't want to just go into your refrigerator. Like, I respect your crib. So it's a difference. Or even get into your car, you know what I'm saying? And just taking out the aux cord and putting it in their phone. You like, wait a minute, dog. I'm giving you a ride. What the hell you doing? You violated.
I'm giving you your
So
last ride, bitch.
yeah, right, that part. But it's just those examples, bro. Like
Uh,
um, I just like I said, if it's not being reciprocated, then I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna have to gain new friends on this journey anyway. You can't keep the same certain people, but the real ones who won't make you paranoid or give you any type of syndication that they're disloyal, then yeah, keep those around. I recommend good, healthy, real relationships, authentic relationships, and friendships. But it just sometimes you can block your own blessings by keeping a person around you that God been told you to let go, but you try to override God's judgment, and that's what get us in trouble later. Because I told you about this person and you didn't listen to me. So you're gonna have to be punished. You're gonna have to be spanked, or you're gonna have to sit somewhere for a few years because you was disobedient.
Oh, man, it's crazy. I'm sure I'm not the only person who, when they hear that, they got a person who pop up in their mind, or a couple of people that pop up in their mind. That's like, yup, shit just went different after I cut them off. I held on to it for so long, trying to give them the uh, people have potential energy, but they need to make that energy kinetic. Like if you ain't putting it into motion, like it's just wasted energy. Like you could potentially change the world, but if you don't get out there and start making some moves, we just gonna be sitting here with a bunch of potential. Like you know what I'm saying? But uh, and that's not to take shots at nobody or nothing like that. But this,
No, no.
it's still a factual statement. Everybody's blessings ain't for everybody. Well, for one, I feel like okay, there's the timing of things, right? Everybody's time ain't everybody's time. You got to understand that anyway. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Everybody's time is not everybody. Yes, everybody could win at once, but if they did, then it wouldn't be called winning; it'd be called the norm.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's got their time in their time, and then you got blessings that's meant for them and a purpose that's meant for them. And like you said, we meet people along the way. Especially what I found, like especially when I started this, I was doing a lot of free interviews. I still do free interviews from time to time,
Yeah.
but converting to a business, a lot of people don't realize how much like Adobe costs, which keeps going up every year, right? You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? A lot of people don't realize how much the streaming software costs to be able to do this. People don't realize the marketing budget, the advertising budget. People don't realize the time invested. You know what I'm saying? Some people really believe that it's just sitting here whenever they want to hit a button and I don't know what it is that they believe because I'm on this side now. I know what goes into this shit, but you know what I'm saying. But so when I went from doing a podcast to actually making the business, the LLC, we
Hmm.
had to make some changes. Like
Yeah.
so, I got if y'all want me to continue to do this, y'all want me to continue to do this, I have to fund this stuff. And then, up until this point, it wasn't no problem. Because I've been doing it, and yes, it's my platform. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I get the I get the personal responsibility, but then where does the other responsibility come into play? Like when people who want to come on the platform, right? I'm talking about in general about some artists. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like the people who I'm talking about don't know who I'm talking about. It ain't no secret.
Yeah.
Um, I just how do you deal with people who don't see value in paying but see value in playing, if that makes sense.
Ooh. Let me. Ooh. Shit. Yeah, I mean, I used to get mad. I used to take it personal because, like, this is my livelihood. This is a job, and I'm the only employee and
Yeah,
throughout this whole thing. So I just realized a long time ago that whole lot of people just lack class. You know what I'm saying? It takes class to be able to respect people's time. It takes just integrity to realize that you don't owe anybody anything. They
right,
don't owe you nothing. But that's fine because don't come around me no more, or don't, because I gave you your opportunity, because opportunities don't come every day, because you just never know what an opportunity would do. It may compel you to the next life or to the next level that you want to do, but they feel like, well, um, I don't have to do anything. I'm like, you're right, you don't, but just don't come around when I'm at my peak and stuff
right,
like that. Because I'm gonna remember everybody who, um, I would say, stuck to their commitment with the interviews. Because I had pretty much a few people came back and did 5 interviews with me
mm-hmm.
just because of the fact, like, they enjoyed me or enjoyed the platform or just the conversation so much that they came back and did it, and you could tell like the growth in them
Yeah.
when they came back. Because at first they were just skeptical, they were nervous and shaky and stuff like that. But when they came back, they was cool because I provided a safe haven.
Yeah.
So when you're able to bring reoccurring guests back and people love them, you did your job.
Yeah.
But everybody else, you missed the train or you missed your flight. Don't come back to
Hey,
me.
man, you thank you, brother, because that was it. Because I be trying to tell them like it's not all about the money. Like don't get it twisted. Like I do this because I do love to speak to people. I do love to get to know individuals. The fact that we're documenting this and that others after us will be able to view this and know where you are in history, or you know what I'm saying, to know you exist and what it is. Like I find that to be compelling. I love that. You know what I'm saying. But we can't ignore the fact, like you said, like when people stay at your house, man. You know what I'm saying. Toilet paper costs, shit
Hmm.
costs, and I mean it's not on the guest necessarily. It's not on the guest, you know what I'm saying, for that stuff. But what I'm saying is, people have been on the show a couple times, 3 or 4 times, and then you mention them, hey man, this is a business, a LLC, limited liability company. The word company that means business. Like I don't know if you
Yes.
know. That means taxes. That means that you know what I'm saying. That means financial responsibility. That's what that means. This shit costs. So it's like, yo, if we've been off 3 or 4 times, 4 or 5 times, and I'm like, hey, bro, you mind? You know what I'm saying? Would you be able to possibly donate something? And then you go to, you know, oh, I didn't know you was gonna ask me that, and then I'll hear from you again. Like, bro, I'm not gonna chase you.
Hmm.
Because obviously it brought some, you seen some kind of value if you kept coming back, right? Uh,
Absolutely.
but at what point, like I feel like this, you got you. At what point do you know what I'm saying? Unless it's like a Shannon Sharp, Cat Williams deal where this man that made so much money from YouTube, Cat a value, he got a special seat at the house. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's just looking out. You know what I'm saying? He can't get exposure, the regular check to be able to keep doing his platform. Not that Shannon Sharp needs it. I mean, obviously we know who Shannon Sharp is, but you know what I'm saying.
Hmm.
He did put in the work. He's finding his ways to be compensated elsewhere, and so that allows him to continue the platform. But one thing I found as of late with a lot of independent artists, and just being honest, I mean, they take it how you want to take it. Y'all see, I do more work with other people now. It doesn't matter. But one thing I feel like is missing from the education of the independent artists a lot of times is I don't know if they feel like podcasts is supposed to do this shit just because they make music. I don't know. I'm not saying it's for everybody. I'm saying for certain people. There have been 3 or 4 people that have been on the show repeatedly. You know what I'm saying, over a short amount of time, that we just like you just never had that I don't know, bro. I'm getting to like they gonna know when they hear this shit what I'm talking about if they follow the shit. But you know what I'm saying? It's just one of those conversations that it's like, yo, I don't know. Maybe sometimes people don't think about stuff because they never been introduced to it or they never thought about it. So I'm just saying, like, we're not asking because like we expect you to like you know what I'm saying to pay for it. But what I'm saying is when we finish this interview, right? I'm gonna cut clips. I'm gonna put this on everything that we own or we have a presence on. We are already
Hmm.
right now being recorded to the Roku. This is gonna be available on our network internationally. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? It's all that stuff, the coding that goes to this shit. I do that. You know what I'm saying? When I'm not at work. You know what I'm saying? Like so, it's like all that time for people to feel or believe that you shouldn't be compensated like for it at some point. It just I don't know. Is it a think less position like people don't think about it, or is there? Do you find that people generally just believe it's not worth the money, or what? Do you think maybe it's the level of platform? Because I mean, obviously, I don't expect to be pulling in Vlad numbers. I'm not Vlad. I don't get his numbers. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not. I don't expect to pull in Shannon Sharp's numbers because my platform. I don't. He's built notoriety over some time. So obviously he's getting. You know what I'm saying? Some numbers. But I'm
Yeah.
trying to say is that, do you run into that being a conversation that you're having a lot about people not wanting to necessarily pay to participate, or they don't feel they should participate, or what's your experience on this thing?
I just think that people just feel like they made it
Mm-hmm.
and really haven't put it in the work. And because for me, I don't charge unreasonable prices, but me, you know what I'm saying, going and breaking particular barriers in my city, because I was able to get people that my city hasn't gotten. So really, realistically, I should be charging $200 for an interview. But I understand that people have kids and people have this and going on. So I'll be reasonable, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, people feel like that they don't have to pay to play. But when the new Jordans come out or whatever, y'all paying full price. You're not arguing with Jordan. You're not trying to negotiate. You ain't trying to act like that it's an auction with
Yeah,
Jordan. But yet you want to be like that with me. And I'm like, dog, like I'm not going to have an empty refrigerator.
for the
So
sake of your
you,
music career.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Because it's all about capitalism.
Yeah,
Everything costs money. You know what I'm saying? Even what we doing right now, we may be sitting down and talking to each other, but this costs money. You know, this is about just respecting my position.
right.
Because if you ain't think I was the best, you wouldn't be here.
Facts.
And I told this
Facts.
to a lot of people, and people got mad about that. People got mad because I feel like I'm the best, because I am the best.
Yeah.
You know,
You
in
gotta
my
you gotta
region.
have that. You gotta have that. I feel like if you don't have that mentality about what you're doing, then why are you doing it? Like, you know what I'm saying? And you are like everybody's the best. You got something that you bring to the table that's different. That hopefully, because if you're duplicating something somebody else doing, it ain't gonna last anyway. Because who wants watered down when they can go to the source? Right.
Exactly.
Right. So, and like we said, 621 episodes, man. Obviously, you got a track record. My boy is consistent. He show up, show out. So yeah, you know what I'm saying. But here's the thing, like you said, still even trying to be reasonable. You know what I'm saying. You try to work with a what absolutely burns my gears in this industry that since we started doing this is when I have a rapper on the show that got a song talking about how much money they getting, and we just had a conversation about me not charging you but before we get on stage. Like your new song could be called "Make Too Much Money," but you holler at me about why I'm tripping about $50. Nigga, I really just want to know if I can go to the set and pick up the bill that you was, because nigga, you threw 400, 500, $5,000 on the video. Like, I'm just trying to, unless it's fake, but like you understand what I'm saying? Like, make it make sense to me, especially when, and let's be honest, this is an investment.
Yeah.
I done had people come do interviews, bitch about pricing, go to my interview and screenshot parts of the interview and then share it. And I'm like, bro, we're gonna talk about rights for a second. You just took my content, bro. You
Yeah.
didn't get a dime for it. You just took my content. Not only that, you didn't even hit the share button. But not only that, let's talk about the people who come on the platform and don't even share the interview. My boy, what are you doing? Like, so you just gave somebody an hour and a half of your time, and you didn't even think it's worth to give it to nobody, to let nobody see it. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure. I don't know. I don't know. I know we all
Yeah.
growing and we all figuring this shit out as we go. But I'm just, some of this stuff, dog. To me, I'd be like, yo, make this shit make sense a little bit to me, because I don't know if I'm missing it, they missing it. You know what I'm saying? Is that a unique situation that's happening on my platform, or is that something that you run into too, or like, yo, what's up?
Oh, all the time, all the time. Like, cause like I said, I can say that I had interviewed most of the greats here,
Yeah,
and like they don't promote my channel and this was like back when I wasn't even charging. This was before the celebrities that kicked off.
Yeah.
So, but you know what I'm saying? Like when you get into this, you know, you learn along the way. You don't really know everything, but these artists who pretty much like had a 2 or 3 or 5 year run, they know exactly what they're doing. So they took advantage of you while you were still green.
Mm,
So eventually, you know, you become yellow,
yeah.
then you become red. So when you become red, that's when the shit, like all the chaos breaks
Yeah.
loose because they know that they can't take advantage of you no more. Like you have all your shit together, you have education now, so you gonna want more because you know your worth. You know how much you're worth now. So, and I just don't like that, man, because like I said, like it's not easy turning a nobody to somebody,
Amen.
and a lot of people are nobodies around here because they can say what they want, but what your resume saying, you know what you done, and I'm grateful to not only have been on local platforms, but I've been on platforms all over the country just from people that I've been meeting
Texas.
along the way. Yeah. Texas for
You in
sure.
Texas, you in Texas today with us, brother. Yes, sir.
But I have interviewed some big names with huge platforms, and like the I would say like the greatest accomplishment that I have was just the Tupac brother Billy Garland Jr.
Wow.
Just to be able to have met him, and because everybody can say they met their favorite rapper's brother or sibling,
Right.
you know, and and I feel like it went from being just a local to cemented, and I'm cemented throughout not just the city of Saginaw, but my entire family, because it meant so much to me to turn my life around, to no longer be the degenerate to a corporate man, and I'm a corporate person, and just not going to not finishing college because I dropped out for this, bro. So I take this shit really serious because a lot of people just think that I just be on here talking, but I made so many sacrifices because I could have had my degree by now or whatever, but I was putting so much time into the books and going to work. I didn't want to treat this as a hobby.
Right.
I got this tatted on me.
My dog. Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So just like Thug Life was to Pac, 1804 shows me. It's embedded in me, and it's gonna be always gonna be a part of me to the day I die. But just the fact, like I am able to leave a visual. I'm able to leave a voice when I'm no longer here, and just to think about it, so many people that was born or that had untimely deaths, they don't have visuals, they don't have audio. But just the fact that if something happens to me and someone who truly loves me or is just thinking about me, they could just go to my channel or they could just go to my Facebook and they can just have that sense of joy again and how much I meant to them. Because when it comes to my brother and my dad, I don't have a visual, I don't have audio, I don't even remember their voices. And it happens. And people don't think, oh, that won't happen to me. Yes, the fuck it will happen to you. So, but just going through all of that, bro, and you asked like what made me start all this. And I feel like if none of that would have happened when it did, y'all probably would have never heard or seen this side of me. But hey man, I'm happy that everything happened the way it was supposed to happen because can't stay the same forever. You have to grow, eventually. You have to grow up eventually. But I'm just grateful that I made the right choices. That I didn't allow that to derail or to destroy me. But I made wise choices to get to this point. Made some mistakes, but those mistakes was just lessons to me. But I want to change it for the world, man. This everything that had happened, just meeting people like you and many others, man. It just gave me just the sense of self, gave me a sense of strength, and it just allowed me to use my brain. So
Hmm. There you guys have it. Dollar Will of the 1804 show, chapter 2. Y'all make sure y'all catch my guy on YouTube. Follow his channel. And wherever you might be seeing this, whenever you might be seeing this, if you haven't already clicked the subscribe button on his channel, do so, please. You know what I'm saying? But not only that, also view the content, educate yourselves, and definitely take a part in the movement. Well, I definitely appreciate you coming on, brother, giving us your time. We're gonna be watching your journey, man, because I know this is just part one, bro. This is just the tab. This is just the breaking of the ice. So much more to come of your promising career. And we hope, in the future we're able to tap in with you, man, as we hope to do. Because like yourself, I'm trying to become a historian, where people can go back and sit and see their growth. I always believe that growth is best measured from when you look at where you started at and to where you are now, and not from where you are now and where you expect to be. So the fact that you allowed us to chronicleize this amazing opportunity with you, bro, I'm just grateful, and I'm definitely excited to see what the future holds for you.
yeah, thank you, man, and likewise, man, and let's stay connected, and I can help you with the history part. But yeah, man, I'm with you.
I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, listen. Now that you open that door, I'm gonna kick it in, bro. And I'm just I'm definitely looking forward to this relationship, man. We get to build, and like I said, I'm excited. The future holds many opportunities. We're gonna be learning what we can, brother. In the meantime, and until we talk again, be blessed, brother. Let's definitely stay up.
All right, man. You too, man. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, guys, this is going to conclude our interview with William Brown, man, of the 1804 show. Listen, man, this man is a phenomenal interviewer, historian. Go ahead and check him out, get to know him, get to know his platform. If you rock with us, definitely go show your love over there. And as always, we definitely appreciate you guys tuning in to another episode of No Offense Podcast. We do have another episode tonight with K-Town, so be sure to check that out. It's at 7:30 Central. And like we say, don't wait on the world to change when you could be the one to change the world. I have been Mr. No Offense. You guys have been absolutely awesome. And we'll catch you next time. Peace.